And now for something completely different.
Oh, it's Call of Cthulhu. Here in this stop that. Here in this fucking week's Call of Cthulhu episode, we break away from the regular thing
and suffer
to play in Roman times. Having found on having been given the translation of the accounts of Tillius Corvus, an account of Roman legionaries or scouts or something that encountered something very terrible in 330 AD. Or is it BC?
AD. We're in AD. We're post schism.
It is 330 AD. 330 AD. Why is this fucking guy bothering me right now? What the fuck?
What?
Fucking bird is adding me.
Oh, it's the
Makes sense.
Now I remember. Having found the accounts of Tillius Corvus and trying to spend time while they make their way to their next destination, still deeply saddened over the death of Dick Paradigm, they open up the accounts of Tillius Corvus and look upon the page, and then we do blue, 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 and now we're doing it, and now it's we're playing out the events. That's what's happening.
Hello, it's me.
So to begin,
reality.
I am going to impose force RP upon you almost instantly.
Oh, no.
I feel like I'm being raped.
For the benefit of our at least 2 listeners.
Yeah.
I would like each of you from the bottom. I'll go in order that it has here in the statistics. I would like each of you to read your backstory in character.
Shit.
Beginning first.
Shit, I'm not that old man anymore. Oh, fuck, I don't have a voice now.
Yeah. Beginning first.
How the fuck do we
with the Falcones Medicus, Asinius Revila.
You bastard.
It's the first one on the list.
Don't fuck it up.
I'm not ready for this.
Asinius Revila is a natural-born Roman citizen, unlike some of these bastards. From the province of Hispania, he joined the Fortes Falcones as a medicus at the age of 20. He has served for 22 years. While he was trained to treat traumatic injuries, years of campaigning has made him an expert at the treatment of various diseases, which often swept through the military encampments. Revila is looking forward to retiring his commission and settling down in the capital, where he hopes to establish himself as a doctor. He would love to buy a house and start a medical practice, but is concerned he won't be able to raise the necessary funds.
Beautiful.
Old Dr. Man. Getting ready. Second, we have the Falcones Scout, Belisir of Tehama.
Hello, I am Belisir. I was born in Arabia, and well, you know, things are tough, so arrested for pickpocketing. Didn't want to die, so I enlisted in military service under Constantine. I've been in the Fortes Falcones for about 20 years, and I like to call myself a master scout. And let me tell you, quite a shot with the mandibulista. I wasn't really sure about retirement until recently. I met the most beautiful woman, Nona, daughter of a local butcher. I've been doing some hunting for her father's shop, off duty for a while, and I think I'm pretty sure he's going to let me marry her. All I have to do is make it through these last few all these last few missions without dying. And I'll be set. I just have to tell Nona about it first.
Thank you, Belisir. Next, the stalwart Falconis spearman, Dominace of Savaria.
Damius is a model soldier. While others were out drinking, he was drilling, sharpening weapons and maintaining armor. He is the first to volunteer for guard duty and the last to ask for leave. His actual age is only 33. He lied in order to join the military when he was 14. Domanius has applied for a non-combat posting in the military as logistics officer, but despite his record, he knows his chances of gaining one are slim. His mother was a free Thracian slave, and with such good posts being few and in high demand, Damius fears he doesn't have the right breeding or connections to secure one.
I hope you get it, Dominace.
Damn.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare. Please hold on to your nuts.
Shut the fuck up.
For the boisterous, vigorous
I don't know about that, man.
Falconis swordsman, Emmerich of the
All right.
Suevi.
Alright, my name is Emmerich. I am a bearded big man, but I assure you that I am friendly to all, mostly Christians, though. I love my brothers of Christ. And the people that I serve with. I hail from the Suevi tribes of Germania. My father pushed me to join the Roman Legion in order to gain citizenship, and I have found two great passions in my life, serving under Constantine, the Roman Emperor, and my career as a soldier. I have the Shiro painted on my shield. You can see it here. Look at it and say, oh, pretty good. And I hope to go back and retire to Germania, where I hope to spend the rest of my life spreading the word of the one true God.
Can we get a Germanic Christian shout, Emmerich?
No, that was all you were getting.
I pushed
And
my
it's
luck.
over.
Yeah, a little bit, but
You'll never hear Emmerich again.
I'm gonna need a second glass if you want that.
Beautiful.
Next up on the docket, can you believe it? Here he is, from afar. The Falconis archer, Melonius Canme.
Okay, alright. I was born in Carthage, to a family of Roman fishmongers. I fled for the excitement of a soldier's life, for glory. It has been. I've loved the men that I've served with. They were my brothers, but I'm quite looking forward to being discharged. I was the best archer in the Falcones, and I've slain hundreds over the last 20 years. But I've grown weary of this life. I've lost many friends, and my soul is heavy with the blood I've spilled over the years. I dream of buying a boat, finding a wife, being a fisherman in the new capital. But I don't have the money. And so here I am.
Well, perhaps with this undoubtedly successful mission, Melonius, you'll acquire those funds. And last but not least, old, craggy, wizened, the Falconis Intelligence Senior Officer, Galerius Evodus.
When most of the current Fortes Falcones were raw recruits, I was their drill instructor. I turned thousands of scared kids into soldiers and kept many of them alive through decades of sporadic warfare. I am respected by those serving with me, and I'm affectionately called Senilius?
Senilus, I guess.
Senilus, okay, meaning old man. I am second in command of the Fortes Falcones, the executive officer to Tillius Corvus. While age has stolen much of my physical ability, there is no one better at conducting interrogations than me. After years of dodging retirement, my luck has finally run out. I hope to purchase a tavern after my discharge, but even with my considerable savings, I can't afford to do so.
Everybody's hurting in their coin purses. If only there was some kind of last, final hurrah of a mission
Are you saying
where you could make enough money to achieve your dreams. If only you were to survive.
Some kind of
Hogan Zeros?
Some kind of retirement squad.
We were one mission from retirement,
And then it all went to shit.
Then it all went to shit.
but we didn't know if
I
we were
was
gonna
one
make
day
it
from
back.
getting that cushy job in accounting. And if it wasn't for you meddling kids, I would have gotten it.
God, I hope I never have to retire.
Shut up.
Hey,
Well,
buddy.
this mission is so you can prove that you still got it.
You still got it. You still got that cake.
While also making some bread.
Now,
You're
I must give you the background information so that you know what the fuck is going on and who you actually are.
Nah,
Yes.
just throw us in there.
You
Yeah.
are the men of the Fortes Falcones, an elite auxiliary unit of advanced scouts, led by the commander Tribuni Comitus Tillius Corvus. You are hardened veterans of many battles. As young men, you were part of Constantine's small army which invaded Italy in 312. You fought with distinction at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, where Constantine defeated his rival Maximinius Daza. I'm sure I'm pronouncing a bunch of these incorrectly.
Oh, yeah.
You fought for Constantine from 314 to 324 during his long campaign against Licinius, and you played a key role in the Battle of Chrysopolis, where Constantine defeated Licinius to become sole ruler of the Roman Empire. By the present day, 330 AD, you are a rare thing. Old soldiers. Most of you have been in the Fortes Falcones nearly 20 years, your ages being between 36 and 42, with the exception of old Galerius, who's 48. While still on active duty, your days as fighting men are nearly done. You are scheduled to retire along with your commander Tillius Corvus shortly after Nova Roma's commencement ceremony. After a life spent in arms, you seem to be reaching old age in a peaceful and unified empire. And now I gotta tell you about Tillius Corvus, because he's important.
Our main man.
Through the years of warfare, the men of the Fortes Falcones faced death dozens of times. You lost countless friends and spilled much blood, but through it all, your brave leader, Tillius Corvus, has always looked out for you. He has fought at your side and protected your backs. He disobeyed orders when it meant certain death for his men, yet somehow always managed to get away with it. Corvus led you to victory when you should have known only defeat. He rose through the ranks in the mud, blood, and dust beside the men serving with you. His title of Comitus, or Order of the Companions, was granted by Constantine himself, and marks him as a senior regimental commander. Tillius Corvus is a natural-born Roman citizen, tracing his family roots back to the province of Gaul. He is a tall, broad-shouldered man, clean-shaven with light brown hair. He has only recently begun wearing his hair longer as his discharge date grows near. He is a handsome man with sharp gray eyes and skin darkened by countless hours spent under the sun. Oh, what was that? While still fit and dangerous in a fight, he is approaching his 40th birthday, so you're actually quite a bit older than him, Galerius. He is unmarried and without children, as a life spent under arms left little time for family. Recently, he has been spending time with Lady Eudocia, a wealthy widow with 2 sons. He plans to marry her after retiring from the military. So, it is 12
Yes.
March, 3:30. Constantinople. Well done. I was doing so good, too. Constantinople is under construction. The grand commencement is less than a month away, scheduled for 2 April. You guys are doing the most exciting of all jobs in the Roman Empire.
Yes.
Supervising construction crews.
Yeah.
This makes sense. I understand now.
I'm so fucking ready.
We're gonna uncover some bad shit.
No, we're going to
No, we're not.
build.
We're gonna fucking come on.
As the sun rises on this new day, you guys have been standing since... I guess you wouldn't know, but since before the sun was up, watching as several people slowly, meticulously work on scaffolding, and you've just sort of been staring at them for the last several hours.
Oh boy.
And that's where we are.
Oh, you're doing good work.
Are we all standing guard at this time?
We're all watching two people fucking.
No, it's like a major, their major building thing. You guys, I mean, you're not necessarily standing literally next to each other, but you guys are assigned
we're not
to
all huddled in a line.
No, you guys are assigned to
Yep.
oversee this construction thing. You've been stuck on post, basically.
Well then. So pretty much just walking around, just kind of walking.
More or less.
Sure is a exciting day.
You're right. It is another glorious day under the light of our Lord Jesus, baby Jesus.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Do you think this is new? Every day you won't stop talking about a baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus,
You're
our
right.
empire. It's all beautiful.
Praise Roman baby Jesus.
The best one out of all the other subsects of baby Jesus.
Yes, Edgar.
Ours reigns supreme.
Well, at least it may be a boring day, but it's an easy day.
That's true.
We certainly won't get into any sort of dangerous fights, or there's going to be no danger of us losing our lives in these next few days.
We
Hey.
all look at the camera.
That doesn't mean you should slack off, though.
Wink.
Keep your eyes peeled, both of them. You never know.
We need to go back and look.
Are
at
you
all the
expecting
foreshadow.
trouble?
I would
Always
prefer my
expect trouble,
eyes
Hemrick.
shut.
Always.
Never know what could happen.
That's right. Could be, dogs. Rabid dogs.
Oh,
Ooh,
What?
Scary.
At the
It is-
construction site.
Do you always know what rabid dogs are going to attack?
I don't.
have we had a rabbit dog problem recently?
I don't.
Do I have history for that?
Do you have a history skill? Is that something you have?
Yeah, fine.
Fucking do it.
Just default.
Yeah,
but
go for it.
Unless Empire is history, and I don't know.
I don't fucking know, dude.
I know about the rabid dog status in our empire.
Do you?
You know, I
Roll
feel
it.
like Empire would probably be maybe the equivalent of law or something.
Yeah. Fun fact: I got a normal.
You got a normal?
Anyways, I
got
have
a
natural
4.
world. I have 50 natural world for wild animals.
You
Oh,
got
no, I was using history.
you got a normal Melonius?
You shouldn't
Yeah.
have history. That's just your normal sheet.
Well, that's the
Don't
minimum. That's the
No.
minimum
If
score,
you fucking Christ. If it's not listed on the little thing I
literally
gave you,
do
then
not
it's
have it.
defaults.
Yeah.
The stuff that I gave you because they didn't want to fill the whole fucking PDF with huge sheets, it would take so much space. They just put in the ones that you have points in.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
everything else is default.
So I got normal. 4 out of 5.
God damn.
You know that two workers were killed by rabid dogs a week ago.
Shit, you're right.
Wait,
So
weren't
always-
we supposed to...
Damn.
Always be on the lookout.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
No matter where we are, there's always blood being shed. Never know when danger could strike.
So, like, were those guys like under our charge, and we just let that happen, or was that?
No,
someone
no, it
else?
would never be under our
Okay,
charge.
alright,
Of
yeah.
It
course,
was a
not.
different watch.
Okay, all right, yeah.
It was under the watch of Lorenz.
It was under the
Don't be like
Lorenz.
Fuck Lorenz.
fucking dumbass.
Come on, don't speak like that now. We're all in this together.
Yeah, but not
Except for
Lorenz. He's over
Lorenz.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even know the guy.
Yeah,
I mean, we know his name.
he looks funny.
He's German and he uses a spear.
Oh wait, what?
Germans.
Hey,
So,
what do you mean by that?
well,
Elaborate.
What?
You heard him.
what?
Why don't you speak? Yeah, you know what? Why don't you say what you think about them Germans?
They should be fun.
Go ahead.
What?
What? Are you going to answer this question? Go ahead.
You can't try to hide like this, Malonis.
We can clearly see you.
What's up?
All right,
You know
well,
what- you know what, I'm
he's
just
doing
gonna-
he's doing a pretty good job of hiding it. Let's
Yeah,
leave
he's
it.
doing all right.
He's a good-
Excellent job, Melodious. They both forgotten.
What was I upset about again?
What?
Probably. The
What,
heretics or
what were we
something.
talking about?
Yeah,
Man, this job sure is exciting.
sure is easy.
Did I hear
Really
something
howling
about
around here.
easy jobs?
Rabid
And you can
dogs,
see
actually.
walking
We said
up-
rabid dogs.
You can see walking up towards you wearing his formal military uniform and leading his horse, Tillius Corvus.
No, we were just
Oh,
talking
shit,
about
it's
how
awesome.
we never
I-
get an easy job.
Oh,
Rabid
shit.
dogs all over the place.
Oh,
Rabid
How do
dogs.
you-
So many.
Did
I
you
said
hear
it
what
with
happened
intention.
with Lorenzo last week? It was.
I was
crazy.
just telling them.
It sounded terrible. I mean,
Always got to keep your eyes peeled.
Came out of nowhere in like packs of 3. It's crazy.
you guys
problem.
enjoying your watch here?
Having
Oh, very much, sir.
sir.
Whether we
Yes,
enjoy it
sir.
or not, we're doing good here.
Well,
Aye.
It's a bit boring.
I don't mean to
What?
But
interrupt
boring
the.
is nice.
I don't mean to interrupt the leisure of tedium, but well, grab your kit and follow me. We've got work to do. Sorry.
What kind of work?
Honestly, I wish I
already
could.
got my
I
stuff.
wish I
Let's
could
go.
tell you. I just heard from the top that I was ordered to report ready for duty with a group of my best men before noon, and it's starting to get up there a little bit.
I slapped the
Hmm.
nearest
The
person on the
top.
back really fucking hard. I said, "He's talking about us. We're
Oh,
his best man."
You heard
He's
from
right.
the top?
Well, of course
Because
you're
we-
my best men, the Fortes Falcones. Are you kidding me?
That's
oh,
right.
yes.
Yeah, but I like to hear it. I have a very fragile ego. Look, we're not going to discuss it now.
Alright.
Is this in
Get
character?
down,
Out of
get
character, Nick?
Have some confidence, Edric.
I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, but hopefully we'll get it taken care of quickly. I know that we're not too far out from the discharge date, and honestly, I just hope these last few weeks go pretty smoothly.
Look at the
I mean-
camera again.
We're at the Capitol. What could possibly be going wrong
He opens
at
up
the
his
Capitol?
wallet. This is my wife and my kid. I love.
You motherfucker! I was just about to pull out my full color photograph.
Like your sketch, or no, your latest letter from her saying,
Gonna build a
"Wow,
white
I
picket
love-
fence house in the mountains. It's gonna be beautiful.
Well, sir, I don't imagine there could be much danger. We're at the Capitol. They're building it right now. The worst I could see is, well, rabid dog problem.
Yes, well, hopefully they've just found out where the rabid dogs are coming from.
Their nest.
They're what?
Their nest. Their rabbit dog.
Eggs.
If you want, jeez.
Can you imagine coming across a clutch of rabid dog eggs?
All right. Grab your kids. Come on. We gotta wrap this up.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, man.
We go.
All right. So,
My feet hurt. This party sucks. I wish I was at home polishing my spear.
You
this
gotta do so.
moment, he
Oh,
is the only person on Earth who understands what a blockchain is.
He's gifted with
Even after
knowledge.
20 years of service with these guys, old fucking Damonace is still getting salty. As you guys walk through the streets of Constantinople, most of which is still heavily under construction. There are a number of older buildings, but a lot of them are in a pretty shoddy state after some, hundreds of years of conquests and reconquests.
Yes.
As you guys watch, as you guys walk, Tillius invites two further men along. A massive, burly, almost refrigerator-shaped Greek named Nabadius, who just sort of falls in line and like nods at you guys. You guys have worked with him a little bit in the
I
past.
love this man.
He's not, he's not what anybody would call friendly, but he's competent.
So
And he just sort of nods at you guys and says, and Tillius sort of looks back at you guys and shrugs as this guy just grunts.
I saw my was. Should I actually knock over my mouse? Looks like we
What?
found the. Looks like we found the nest.
The nest. He's not a nest.
And he also calls over a German legendary for his skills with the spear, Lorenz.
So, there he is.
Lorenz comes in, he says, "Yeah, hello, how's it going, guys?
Hello, Lorenz.
Hey, Lorenz.
I've been having a good time, with my... It's been a little bit easier because some of the construction workers, they are fewer to watch now, so...
We heard.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
You must have dogs back a while ago.
Yeah, well, I tried my best, the wild dogs, they came out of nowhere, and I threw my spear at them, as I do, as legendary with the spears, that's what they always say about me, Lorenz. And
That's true.
the dogs, you will never believe this, I threw this spear, it's like he juked to the side, like he just jumps right out of the way, he laughed in my face, this dog.
This dog can laugh.
He laughs, I say.
Why did you throw the spear, Lorenz? What are you gonna do now?
Well, I went
got
and picked it
dogs.
up.
Yeah, but
Right
this,
next to the
you
rabid
are
dogs.
laughing.
Well,
rabid
at
dog.
that point they had already run away because, they
Alright.
did not want to face, the Empire's justice.
That's right, that's right.
But I tell you, when we find those dogs, I will show them the light of God.
Is
Until
the
he...
state religion Christianity at this
Do
point?
dogs do that?
What?
At the very
His
least, you'll
favorite-
show them the light of dog.
There are plenty of people who worship Christianity. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's official at this point.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I mean, Emmerich is a big Christian boy.
I love
I
him.
don't care
But
about
what
it.
if he's the only Christian boy?
He's the only one.
He's like, have you heard about God? The light of God will shine through you. I swear to God, just please,
Yes,
listen,
yes.
don't run away from me.
Emmerich, please
Oh,
stop.
okay.
You're scaring the people.
I beg you.
We've talked
Christianity-
about this, Emmerich.
Is the official religion of Rome right now.
Okay, well then there you go.
Okay.
Keep preaching, Emmerich.
Tillius sort of
Yeah.
looks over his shoulder and says, "I'm glad to see you're excited, Lorenz, but just take it easy back there, man."
My God.
Lorenz says, "Yeah, okay, whatever, man."
We have full confidence in you, Lorenz.
He walks you guys towards this beautiful, gilded, half-constructed Senate house on the eastern side of the city, the Curia. The main civic building that has been built for in this part of the capital at this point. And as he walks you up, he sort of speaks briefly with a simply dressed aide who just starts hurrying you guys along through the hallway, and he moves with a kind of a quickened pace. And Tillius shoots you guys another look like, You walk through ornate, partially constructed halls and past various guards to the officer of the Magister Militum, the commander of the regional military forces. And Corvus kind of looks at you and like raises his eyebrows like, oh shit, because normally you don't, on a mission, you don't go straight to the boss of the military.
Oh, it's an honor.
He sort of like scratches the back of his neck. And the aide outside says, Tribune Comitus, enter. And salutes Tillius, and Tillius salutes and looks at you guys and says, I guess I'll be right back. Just hang out here for a second, okay?
Of course, Tillius.
Yes, sir.
All right. And he heads inside.
Man, he's so cool.
Guys, I think we're getting into...
I could only dream to be half the man
Oh.
Tillius is.
Guys, I
Right?
think we're getting into some shit.
Alright.
What do you mean? We'll be safe.
This is a bit,
Hey, we'll be safe.
Have confidence in Tillius.
The chief aide outside just sort of sits back down at his little desk thing and goes back to writing on some scrolls.
Oh, he's doing some crossword puzzles.
Some what?
some
Like, as in
crossword puzzles.
the thing that Jesus was hung on?
You need the help.
Oh shit.
Is this your first one you've been drinking? Or?
What's a 5-letter word
No,
for our
look, no.
savior?
That was intentional. Like I was 100% in control of what I
Wait
just
a minute.
said.
Wait a minute. A 5-letter word for our savior. Is it Jesus?
No, it's Satan.
Or
Oh no! No!
And he is.
Savior is a 5-letter word for savior. No, that's 6 letters! Kill me! Shoot me in the mouth and
Oh
balls!
no, we gotta hang him.
a 5 or 6-letter word for savior.
That's how crossword puzzles usually work.
It's a dynamic crossword puzzle.
I hate this.
Fuck.
When are we gonna get dynamic crossword puzzles, guys?
Next year, next patch. Fucking idiot.
As you guys are sitting there, Nabadius just sort of stares blankly at the wall and sort of scratches his giant beard.
So,
I look at the wall.
Nabadius, what have you been up to in your free time?
Oh, the brothel mostly.
Makes sense.
First
Frown.
building they finished in town.
Gotta
They don't need a
celebrate.
building for that.
But it is better to fuck a woman in the bath. Huh? You
Woman?
know, it is like lubrication, you say.
Oh, about that, buddy.
Always nice to celebrate.
Lorenz over there says, don't talk to him. He's disgusting, this guy.
Let's me go back to his comfort zone.
Yeah, hello there, aide, Mr. Chief Aide, hello. Could you tell us why we are here, or? And the aide, oh fuck.
You should.
I think there's about 2 Christians here.
That's not enough. We need more.
Okay, the aide says, with respect, sir, I apologize, but I'm not at liberty to say. Lorenz kind of shrugs and sits back down.
Well, that's
Understandable.
great. Let's go
Just be patient.
sit
Are we-
in
are
a
we-
corner and wait.
Yes, let's do what we usually do, man.
All right. So like, does anyone have like a high persuade?
I have 80.
Then fucking go.
Go. I
Make
don't
him
know.
like us.
All right,
I pat him really hard on the back. Hey, you should go ask that man. I hit him really hard again.
I'll do it
Go
for
ask him.
Jesus.
Thank you.
This man is, you're very rough with your superior officer there, Emmerich.
Yeah, well, look, it's like a love tap. It's like, I love you so much, that's why I hit you.
He's very jovial. It's fine. It rubs off me.
I'm going to join the fridge man and staring into the distance without thinking.
Excuse me, Aid.
That's my
Please.
plan too.
We would like to
Yes?
know why we were here. We don't want to just gotta wait here.
Well,
not
I
knowing what's happening.
apologize, but these are my orders.
Well, how about if I roll a little bit of a persuade roll?
Say something persuasive also.
You get your dice out. He's
Hey.
like, what?
What if I rolled a really low number on these two polyhedrals?
He's like, excuse me?
Are you coming on to me?
Intriguing.
Please.
You know what? I love chance. Let's go with it.
Our leader is in there, and we would like to prepare for when he comes out. Have an idea of what's happening.
Make a thing.
What?
Roll the thing. Roll the thing.
Do it.
Boy, will I.
Watch you get like 100.
I got a 5.
Yeah.
Should have 5?
Yep. I don't need a 5. I have
He
fucking
sorta-
30%.
He sort of looks up and down from his, the thing he's been writing. He sort of sighs and says, I mean, you are the Fortes Falcones after all.
That's right, we are. I'm senior intelligence officer. at
I
Fortes
don't
Falcones.
know much. All I know is a courier came yesterday from one of the outer forts in Lydia. After the Magister read the message, he had the man imprisoned in a solitary cell.
Oh.
And he sent me to personally deliver orders to Tribune Comites Corvus.
My.
I
Wait,
don't have much more for you, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
You've done great. Thank you.
The Tribune is also Corvus?
Tribune Comites is his title.
Oh, sorry.
Well, sounds like if we play our cards right, we might get locked in a room by ourselves too.
What?
Sounds good.
What?
Wait. What
How
are we
is
doing
that?
in that room?
Do I get paid if I stay in that room?
It will bring me closer to Christ.
Yeah, go penance for your sins.
I will. Thank you.
Alright, goodbye.
There he goes.
Where's Lydia again? I don't remember. That's in Eastern Europe, right?
Lydia? It's fucking somewhere.
I'm just
She's
gonna look it up
I
on a
think-
map.
I
Oh,
think
I'm
Lydia
sorry.
is from
That's
Skyrim, right?
it's Asia
Yeah.
Minor.
Sure
So it's actually southeast of us.
Okay.
You know,
It's southeast of us. It's across the it's across the little gap.
I'm just a gamer.
After a few minutes of sitting there, after a few minutes of sitting there, Corvus pokes his head out of the room and says, come in. The Magister Militum says you will address us all now.
Oh,
Boy, it's
oh
good there.
boy.
Emmerich, stop penancing over there. Let's go.
Okay. I stand up and look up towards the sky, then walk towards the rest of the group.
The sky looks back.
You don't have to look at the sky every
We're
time. that's it.
inside, aren't we indoors?
It's
Yeah, but I
partially
looked up.
constructed. Yeah, there's a hole in the ceiling.
There is a hole in the ceiling, and I sat right underneath it, and he's up there, right? He's smiling
Jesus
down
is
on
looking
me.
down that hole right
Somebody
there.
As
dropped
soon-
another
as soon as he,
bowling ball up there.
My God, it's
As
smiling
soon as he
upon
looks
me.
up, a construction worker fills in the hole and is like, "Oh my God, it's Jesus!"
He was a carpenter.
Emmerich runs out of the building. Jesus!
So,
I love you.
you enter the office, and within you see a man younger than you, but higher in station, about 30 years of age, carrying himself with a military bearing, but a bit thick around the middle. This is Magister Militum Alexius Gemellus, who you know has experience with the business end of a spear, but has spilled more ink than blood in the past 6 years. As you enter, he says, "Ah, there you are. Please have a seat. Would you like some wine?"
Oh, yes, thank you.
Sure.
I would appreciate it.
As pleasurable as it is to receive a drink, this raises red flags. Again, you are not normally led into the lead military guy's office, sat down, and offered a drink.
Right.
Yeah, might as well enjoy it.
But I'm so thankful.
Well, any news that we get, I want to be a bit buzzed for it.
God.
A servant pours your wine and hands you this some of the finest wine in the world, they say. Only from Rome.
Ooh,
Oh.
this is from Rome. It's come a long way to get here.
And as you guys sit down and the door is shut, the Magister doesn't look at you guys, looks at Corvus,
Yeah,
and
makes
says,
sense.
Tribune Comitus, allow me to lay out what we have before us. This crisis in Lydia. A few days ago, a courier arrived from the Gillian outpost a few leagues west of Sardis in Lydia to the southeast. This man reported that a mysterious illness has broken out in the villages in the area. Now, these men, they blame the sickness on a satanic cult. Now, whether or not these cultists, as they say, are spreading some sort of illness or not, they must be put down. We cannot have any sort of devilry here in the Holy Roman Empire. Regardless of what heinous actions they may be undertaking. No, this illness causes weakness, fever, muscle pain, and a line of sores running along the spine. I don't know much about medicine, but many of those who contract it die. The man in charge of the Gillian outpost you will find is Centenarius Longinus. He's having difficulty keeping the villagers from fleeing, and several of his men have contracted the illness as well. What I need from you is an accurate report on what is going on around the Gillian outpost. If there is a plague, it must be contained. I will send several thousand men into Lydia if I have to, but I need information first. No one infected must be allowed to reach the capital of Sardis. Now, Tribune Comitus, you have total authority in this matter, as do the men under your command as you see fit. You are authorized to take command of the Gillian outpost and utilize their garrison of 100 men as you see fit. There is a ship waiting for you in the harbor to take you across the straits to Cyzicus in Mysia, where you can pick up horses and further supplies if you require. You will be provided with papers to ensure full cooperation from officials, civic or military. But there are no official written orders. Understand, no one is to speak of this mission to anyone, ever.
We understand.
Understood, sir.
This capital is bringing great opportunity for men of worth. Those of you who can complete this mission and protect the interests of Nova Roma will be rewarded with land grants, building interests, business partnerships, anything within reason. We must contain this plague so close to the capital, this close to commencement. If a plague were to erupt in Constantinople weeks before the commencement, do you have any idea what that would do to Constantine's reputation? What sort of a panic it would cause through the empire?
I actually do.
Oh my.
Well.
Rest assured, we will stop it. Or die.
Die trying.
No, just die.
We'll die. We'll get the job done.
Stopping it would be preferable. If you have any questions, now would be the time. You will not have another opportunity.
Do we actually know that there's a cult in the area?
We don't. However, we have multiple different reports accounted for by this courier who say that this what they call a satanic cult has been operating within the region for some time, and they believe that this illness is attributed to them. Now, whether or not this is the delusions of, the Gillian people, the Gothics in the area, it's hard to say. But must be investigated. The plague, this illness, appears to be very real.
Okay.
Anything further?
I think so.
No, sir.
Well, very well. I wish you the best of luck in upholding the glory of our Holy Roman Empire.
Salute.
Tributus Comitus, I will speak with you privately for a moment longer. Gentlemen, you are dismissed. And he salutes.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Salute back.
Yes, sir.
Salute. Yeah.
Let's go fight
I
the
answer.
devil.
And I really want to make jokes, but it's not in character to make jokes.
It's always in character to make jokes.
I really wanted to say, give my regards to Biggest Dickus, sir.
I shall.
You know Incontinentius?
Incontinentia buttocks.
Guess what I watched earlier today?
I wonder what it was.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
It was probably that movie.
When
What
things
movie?
are looking grim.
Shish.
Shishwa.
Some things in life are sad, and they can really make you mad.
Zagak.
But remember, Brian, always look on the bright side of life. Alright.
That's how it's gonna end for you guys.
Beautiful.
Oh, we're gonna be crucified?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Always
Nice.
look on the light side of death.
This is just what we wanted.
Okay.
Just
well,
before
life's
you draw your terminal breath.
Terminal breath.
Doo-doo.
Life's
I
a
guess-
piece of shit.
A few moments, about a minute passes, and then Corvus exits, saying, "Not a word till we're outside," and then keeps walking.
Yes, sir.
We walk.
Yes, I follow him.
He leads you guys back outside. Lorenz and Nabadius are both looking kind of concerned.
Did they come in? They came in with us, right?
Yeah, they came in with you.
Okay.
And Corvus leads you outside and down the street a bit away from the hustle and bustle of the exterior of the Curia. And he says, "All right, well, we're ordered to go directly to the docks and set out at once. Which
Yes.
I think you can understand is a little concerning in the urgency of it, but I can see why, you know. But
Yeah.
I know that the ship isn't going to leave until dark, so that gives us a few hours before we need to be on board. If any of you need to make arrangements or say goodbye to anyone in the city now, you know, would be the time.
I wish.
My family doesn't live here.
Don't worry.
Well,
we'll
I
be
don't
back.
know. We've been in the city for a couple of months.
If you have any Christian whores you'd like to visit, go say
What do you-
goodbye.
I hit him upside the head. What are you
What?
implying?
Gentlemen, come on.
Just saying, if you have anybody you like to visit from time to time.
He
Yes,
sort
I
of
like to visit you, my friend.
he sort of looks over his
Whoa.
he sort of looks over his shoulder to see if anybody's around, and he leans in again and he says, "Now, my orders were to bring not just my best men, but those nearing retirement."
Huh?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I apologize for getting you into this. If any of you don't want to go, I understand.
Wait,
I suggest you
Nearing-
flee the city at once and go into hiding if that's the case.
oh, he promised a good
It's a good reward, but
reward.
the way he's been speaking about this, I think the situation may be more dire than he is even expressing to us.
Oh boy.
Well,
I don't see how else I could afford a boat or a fishing license.
I think you'll get more than this. More than that.
Set me up real nice.
Nothing ventured.
Does
nothing gained.
does Nana live in the city?
does Nana live in the city?
Where does she live? I think it was near where you're stationed, so.
She does live in the city.
Right. But I have something to do. How long is it until we leave?
It's another probably 6 hours. We've got some time.
Is there a certain place we should meet up by?
Oh, the docks. We'll be at the southern side of the docks. That's where our ship is stationed. I've already said my goodbyes to Lady Eudocia, and she's a furnace apparently. She's a furnace turning on next to me.
angry.
Bye, Tillius.
Lady Eudocia, I'm here.
Oh,
What? I haven't even told you I'm leaving yet. It's like, no, honey, calm
That's the
down.
first thing you said to me when we first met.
I've already said my goodbyes to Lady Eudocia, and if any of you want to, I'm buying drinks.
Yeah.
Hey,
We can
Hell yeah.
we can celebrate my poor judgment. Eudocia has agreed to marry me once I'm discharged from service.
wow.
congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you. Well, I'm looking forward to the old ball and chain.
Ah.
You're going
Come
to
on.
slavery?
Let's go
He's
get
in
drunk
slavery,
before
yes.
we have to be sober for weeks at a time.
I'll
Yes.
meet you all there.
All right.
We'll see you later,
Sounds good.
Belisir.
Oh, hold on. Asinius, Medicus, did you recognize those symptoms he mentioned?
Could be a number of things. It could
Okay.
also probably be something completely new. The way they talk about it.
Okay.
There are other medicists besides me, and if they haven't figured it out,
Well, I don't know if they've really talked to anybody about it. They sounded like this was very hush-hush. We locked the guy up that came back to tell us about it. I don't know how many living people know about this. Besides us.
Has the Has fucking Tillius left yet? Like, left our earshot? Has he, like, walked on, waiting for us to follow, or what?
Oh, he's still here. He didn't know if
Okay,
anybody
alright.
was joining him.
Okay,
Oh,
alright,
no,
never mind.
I
Never mind.
will. I just had a question.
Yeah, we're joining. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah!
Drinks
Yeah. Let's get drunk.
Yeah!
He leads you guys towards the most well-constructed alehouse that is presently in the city. Lorenz and Nabadius depart on their own business to presumably take care of some stuff before they leave. Over the next several hours, you get drunk.
Yeah!
And you eat a great amount of fine food, all paid from the hefty purse of Tillius Corvus.
Great.
And he raises his
I,
glass and he says, "Oh, to, getting married, I guess.
To retirement.
To retirement.
And wealth.
And wealth. And land.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
you talking
Jesus
about
Christ.
retirement?
And
Come on.
Jesus Christ, of course.
Yeah.
Little baby Jesus.
Yeah, I love
Little
him!
baby crucified Jesus.
Oh,
We did that.
no.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's true.
Well,
Hey,
there-
what do you... Hey, I wasn't involved, it wasn't me.
It was a different empire. It was a different empire.
It was a different.
it was
different
personally-
time.
If I would have known, I would have stopped it. You can mark my words. I say, I slow you down another.
If I was there, I would have stopped that plane.
Beyond that plane.
The crucifixion never would have gone through if I was there. I would have fucking put him in a chokehold.
Put me in the crowd during
Put
the
me on that
crucifixion, I swear to
cross.
God, I'll stop it. I'll pull
Put
him
me
up.
in the
that
rings.
cross.
You can see a couple of other tables are like, oh, there goes Emmerich talking about how you just stop that crucifixion again.
I would have done it too. All of you know. All you know.
While
Yes,
they're
Emmerich. Yes,
dinking,
Emmerich. You're right.
While they're dinking, I go over to...
I would have moved that boulder myself,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't have to.
Let KMS do his thing.
I said, while they're
Devonius
dinking, I go over to
thinks to
Nana's
himself
place.
as he's polishing
Yes.
his armor. God, I bet they're making fools of themselves while drinking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to random hookers and be like, hey, I'm about to retire and get rich. Let's go fuck.
So,
The Romans would be fucking each other.
What?
that's the Greeks.
It was also the Romans.
It was
True,
less,
but
though.
I'm a soldier. I want the pussy. Give me the coochie.
So, Belisir of Tihama.
Coochie, man.
Fuck you. I hate that me.
Sorry.
Belisir. You head off to Nana's place. Oh, is he here?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm here.
hello. You head off to Nana's place, and you come upon the butcher shop of Cyril, where your lady love, Nana, resides.
And I go in.
Inside, you can see Cyril is hanging up some meat on a hook.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello there.
Is Nonna here?
Oh yes, Nana is upstairs. If you wish to speak with her, Belisir.
I will. Good day. I will be down in a moment.
Good to see you. He starts
I
chopping
go
up
up
some
there.
meat. You head upstairs, and you see, standing by the window, brushing her hair, is Nonna, just looking out the window.
I clutch the collar of my shirt. Oh, she's so beautiful.
So sweet.
Nonna.
And she turns, and those eyes look upon yours. And she says, Belisir! Oh, it's so good to see you.
Yes. I've been waiting to get off of duty for so long. I have something very important to tell you, Nona.
Something very... Oh, should I sit down?
I think so.
Okay, well, I'm excited to hear it.
Well, there's a few things.
Sure.
Well, you know I'm close to retirement.
Yes.
Today was just supposed to be watching construction, but
There's not been a problem with the dogs, has there?
Oh, no, not only Lorenzo's problems.
Oh, okay. Well, you know Lorenzo.
But we got called up on a mission.
A mission? Oh.
Yes, I can't say much about it, but I don't know exactly when I'll be back.
Oh, is it going to be especially dangerous?
A few of the men are worried, but I'm confident we'll be able to make it through. I mean, we've made 20 years already. What's another mission?
That is
Right.
true.
But that's not all. I didn't want to. I wanted to wait until later, but Nona,
Yes, Belisir?
I just saved up the $500 by switching to Geico.
Nona, we are farmers.
This isn't the ERP I want.
Once I get back from that mission,
That was great. That was great. It was good.
and once I get back from that mission and get my bonus and I retire, will you marry me?
That's fucking Galerius is at the door with his ear pressed to it.
Lyrius, what are you doing?
Nana,
Immediately you're pounding on the door like, yes!
Nana,
Shut up!
Nana clasps her hands over her heart and says, Belisir, I thought you'd never ask. Of course.
Yes.
And she rushes to you, Belisir, and then takes a step back. Oh, but we should wait, right?
Well,
It is only the Christian thing to do, I suppose. And she sort of just gives you the eyes a little bit and twirls her foot a little bit.
oh, but you know you're not Christian.
She looks around. She looks over her shoulder. I don't see Emmerich anywhere.
Well,
She
if
leans-
Emmerich doesn't know,
She leans past you and says, Papa! Could you head down to the shop, find me, I've run out of fresh grapes. You hear, oh, of course, my darling daughter!
Isn't it fucking like 3 a.m. or
I shall away! It's like fucking 2 p.m.
this is the big. This is
2
not that
p.m.
late.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shut up.
See, the problem is, I can't imagine these characters as anything other than the actual player characters. They're like dressed up in like bad clothes.
Exactly.
Oh,
And it's like a fucking high
it's just
school
like-
play.
Yeah, it's just like Bronson and Felix and all these assholes in like Roman robes and like plastic like helmets.
Galgrand is wearing brown face.
She steps back into the room and says, let's disappoint little baby Jesus.
And then
And we fade to black.
we fade to black.
What do you mean, fade to black?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm too hard for this. I'm too hard for
Then I
this.
fucking raw
Yeah!
How many guns
in great, excruciating detail.
Alright, so what we're going to do is describe the grip of
Alright.
Nana's...
You need to,
next
Cameras, you
part's
need
going
to
up
start
on
rolling
Pornhub.
some skill checks.
Further.
Roll your climb.
What?
I have 50 climb.
You can make that.
Fucking grapple all over.
Hey, they don't call it a climax for nothing.
Ooh.
Then use your fighting brawl skill. And...
Just hit her.
It's Fucking
Why are they
Belisir,
fighting?
Belisir later at the bar. Among humans, they say, Nana's snatch has no peer. In all nature, the python is its only rival, though few have lived to tell the tale.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna drink. Holy fuck.
Some hours later, I arrive at the drinking place.
Hey man, it took you like 5 minutes. What happened?
Oh shit, you got me.
I've just got to say that was beautiful,
Hey.
Belisir.
What?
Wait, what? There's
We were all
there's
looking
not
in
just
the-
one person here getting married.
What?
Yay!
Tillius looks up and says, "You're kidding me, Nana?
Finally, I grew the balls.
You did! You did! You did! Oh! So,
Oh,
get this man a fucking drink!
oh.
It's
Oh
time.
boy.
And this evening you toast 2 engagements.
Yay!
Marriage all around.
God, we're gonna die so horribly. It's gonna be great.
I
it's
can't
it's
wait for Belisir to be the first casualty.
it's half of it
He
is
trips off the boat.
half of it is the fun of delving into your characters. The other half is the fun of planting your own death flags.
Uh huh.
Oh hey,
Hey,
I've
welcome to
got.
Call of Cthulhu in like a nutshell. Fuck you guys for leaving Dick to die. Fuck you.
Hey, I tried. I tried.
I had no choice.
You didn't try that hard.
Felix didn't even care to go out.
No, he didn't. But that was his thing the entire time. It was my fault for saving him.
Like,
I was just saying,
you're lucky
Felix was doing what Felix does.
I went out with 2 health to save your ass. You're lucky I left. You're lucky I didn't just leave you in that ditch and not even try to find you.
Then you would be getting more shit than you currently are. All right, let's move on.
This is gonna
Hey,
be a
man.
bitter wound.
And it will be, yeah.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but I'm surviving this.
We would have been better off not finding Dick's corpse. We would have had,
Well,
like,
of course,
6 sanity.
Belisir. We're all surviving this.
Of course.
Yeah.
The audience
We're
laughs.
the Falcones.
We're the
You'll all
Falcones. We can't die.
We're basically
Exactly.
immortals.
We're gods.
I don't know about that.
We're
immortal,
immortal, like falcons.
We'll win with camaraderie and friendship.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
What else do we say about this? Oh god.
And then he looks at the sundial. He's like, "Oh shit, it's dusk."
Do you think
No,
we're
hold on.
like some
Get
kind
him up!
of
Get him up!
We gotta keep saying more things. Oh, fuck.
No, I'm running the boat.
Retirement squad.
yeah. Well, no, we need to think of an R word that's not retard for
What?
that group of people.
What?
Oh, the
alliteration.
retirement.
The retirement
what?
regiment.
Mm.
Yes.
The
Good
regimentus
wording, but it
retirimentus.
Oh, yeah, that sounds Latin.
Yeah, how do you feel about
That's usually how they do it.
this notion of you being hired on this mission for retiring soldiers, Sanilis?
Who would want to retire?
Me. I
Me.
raise my hand.
I would also like to retire.
Yeah,
But
come
we
back
could
in.
do more good by staying here. We've been
Yeah,
we
but
haven't-
no, like,
Good. All
we've
we
done
do is
so
spill
well
blood.
together.
hey, have you seen Germania? Not a whole lot of them know about God, and I gotta get on that.
Oh, there's.
I suppose I
Hey.
understand. But my place is here.
My place is on a boat.
My place is back home, yelling at children.
My place is in the capital being rich. So let's get this fucking
Yes.
over with.
Well, right now our place is in Lydia, so let's go get it over with. How about?
Let's get on this boat.
All right.
Wait, I'm drunk right now.
So am I, but what are we gonna do?
Hey, no one's driving.
Yeah,
Are we
let's start. Hell,
No.
why not get on the boat right now?
Get on the boat.
All right, let's go. Dusk. And he leads you guys, slightly swaying, down to the dock.
I can't wait to see a drunken Roman squad wander to the docks and get on a random boat.
As you guys are walking, a pack of wild dogs erupt out
No!
of the They kill you
Lorenzo!
all,
I told you all to keep your eyes peeled.
but you were too drunk, too foolish.
Fuck.
Oh.
Fucking. God
Damn
damn it,
it,
we should have burnt that
Lorenzo.
nest when we had
Loren, save us.
A spear lands 12 feet to the side.
No, it
Got him.
lands straight through Bella's ear.
Where?
He throws the spear. It goes straight through him, crashing him through a wall into where Nana is like taking a bath or something. She's like, no, penicillin.
Let me tell you, all of you are gonna. I gotta. Girl, go back to my ideologies. Do what I have to do to survive. I have 75 stealth. I am not dying.
Oh, there we go. That was the last one we needed. There we go.
There
Now
we
we're
go.
set.
All right, now that
I have so
now
much
that he
stuff.
said with
You're the character playing Felix.
he has affirmed that he is not dying. Now we can begin.
And now
He has so much to live
I am
for.
going. Can I roll to see if I accidentally fall into the harbor and drown?
Yes.
Yeah,
Roll luck. Roll luck.
Drunkenly. That was your
Oh fuck! I passed.
Damn it.
Belisir almost slips, falls into the harbor and drowns, but maintains his footing.
Beautiful, man.
And Tillius says, "Oh, watch your step. You've got so very much to live for now."
Yeah,
Yes.
you have a fiance.
There is
Yeah,
li-
you gotta
there
raise
is
a family.
literally nothing that can stop you two from being together. Trust me. I know that because I'm a little drunk.
Yeah, like
Everyone-
He's right.
really think about it.
Everyone in this group, I have the most to gain.
Exactly. And we're just gonna go investigate some cult. Like they're not even soldiers. What's the chances of them being able to kill hardened battle soldiers, veterans of multiple wars?
You keep
There's
preaching.
no way.
Besides, we're just sending a report.
Well, alright, let's go.
That's our mission.
Just like
Alright,
a
so
So he
patrol.
leads you guys down to the dock,
This'll be a cake.
where the small government-owned merchant vessel, the Andromeda, sits. As you guys arrive, I imagine you, Dominace, are now arriving at the same time, gleaming with polished armor and weapons.
You know, when he said that he was going to polish his spear, I assumed he meant something else, a little bit more sinful.
What did you think he went?
Look, you know how these deviants are.
Deviants, excuse me.
I look at you.
What?
What are you talking about?
Get on.
Come on. There's no deviants here. We're all good men.
A couple of minutes go by, and Lorenzo and Nabadias do not show up.
Oh,
Oh, is it okay if I say thank Christ?
Coward.
yeah. I performed a little prayer earlier.
Corvus shakes his head and says, I can't really blame them, honestly. This,
They don't know what they're missing.
I'm
Well.
surprised that, well, I guess Lorenzo not showing up, that's par for the course.
Mhm.
something must have really spooked Nabadias, I guess.
Yeah, I thought he'd be all for this.
Should still be
I guess
here.
he can't, I guess he really just can't leave that brothel.
He
You
does
probably
like
just
it.
forgot-
He does like it. Well, he's gonna have to leave that brothel. If he stays in the city, they're probably gonna hang him.
You probably
Hold on.
just forgot about the whole thing.
He'll find another brothel somewhere, I'm sure.
Well, I suppose let's get aboard. We've got a bit of a journey ahead of us.
Yep. Oh, I do have a fishing rod, right? I'm gonna try and
I
fish
imagine
while
if you want to become a fisherman, you might have a fishing rod on
I
your
assume
person.
it is with my kit. Yeah.
Hey, can I have your spear? Can I use that? Can I borrow your spear? I'm gonna go fishing.
I don't know.
You know what's good for fishing?
The fishing
What?
rod.
Oh, what?
Best weapon in the world, a man ballista.
For fishing?
Yeah, I mean, you
How
have
big
to.
is these fish?
How are you going to... What?
Listen,
I didn't want to listen to that.
if you can't catch a fish
Yeah?
with the mandibulist, what are you doing?
Fishing. With a fishing rod.
Fish off.
No, let's hear him out. I would like to try your version of fishing over this fishing rod method that seems to be a little outdated.
I begin fishing.
Hey,
And look at him go.
I watch him go.
we all watch him go.
We're all standing over his shoulder, like hunched down. Hey, you catching anything, bud?
I said,
Catch anything yet?
Are
Don't
they
fighting?
disappoint yourself.
you're winning, son.
You better catch a fish.
Can you pause that? Pause that
fish
and
aren't
come
biting.
to the fishes.
Fish aren't biting so well today, are they, bud? I slap the water with my hand.
Yeah, getting in fish ain't biting, fucker.
We're on a boat.
So you guys
Sure.
sail away across the Sea of Marmara
Yes.
Yeah.
towards the city of Cyzicus or Cyzicus or however the hell you say that.
They all speak Latin in this area at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Alright.
I didn't want any language barrier shit. Fun.
The voyage is uneventful. Just pretty boring. Sitting on this ship day after day.
Do I catch any fish?
Roll luck.
Just 6 dudes on a boat. 7 dudes on a boat.
That
8 dudes.
is-
Somebody's driving the boat.
What are you talking about? We can do it ourselves.
Nope.
It's on autopilot, dumbass.
I mean,
We
I
all
could.
went
I have pretty good boat pilot. Never mind, it's 30. But I got past 52.
You catch 2 fish
Hey.
the whole time.
Hey,
What are you
you
gonna
catch
do
2
with
fish. Hey.
2 fish.
Two fish.
Come out, 2
Well,
fish.
now I can check that off. I gotta, Oh wait, no, I used.
What?
Want to improve my fisherman skill. I gotta be
Shut
a
up.
fisherman.
Ah!
Hey, I'm a fish. I want to be a fisherman. I gotta practice.
He's right.
It's gonna be my lifestyle, my business.
How come there's no preaching skill for me?
You don't.
I believe that would be.
You
your
arrive at the city of Cyzicus.
It's probably charm.
Trying to RP.
I know, but I wanted to cut you off because it was a comedic moment to do so.
Oh no.
Doop, 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 doop,
It
doop,
was
doop, doop,
funny.
doop, 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 doop.
Wait, do we know how to read?
Yes.
Wait a minute. I'm going.
You guys are like important. You would have been educated enough.
I'm
Hell yeah, we're important.
I'm
My
important.
name.
Emmerich, do you have a Bible on you? Wait,
hang on.
The Bible written yet? It is, right? Yeah.
Probably.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be handwritten though, because we don't have the press.
Yeah.
Down with the press.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Sorry, there's no way. We're not allowed to read the Bible. That's like heretical.
I don't know how to read Bible.
It's only ordained priests and stuff have Bibles.
Yeah.
Eventually-
You'll get Bible reading privileges. Your eyes will burn out or something.
No, it's because information control and stuff, censorship. Blah, blah. Anyways,
As you arrive, Corvus marks in his mission log the date as March the 15th. And he sort of furrows his brow and says, "It's the Ides of March. It's a bad sign."
oof, bad time.
Cyzicus is an ancient Hellenic city and a large center of commerce. As you guys walk off the boat, Corvus says, "Alright, so I've got a requisition list of equipment here, some provisions I'm gonna get from the local military supply officer. I want to leave the city as soon as possible to get to the Gillian outpost. Obviously, want to take care of this as soon as possible. If there's anything you guys think that you might, want or need from the supply officer, I'm gonna go see him soon.
Yes.
Is there anything you guys need?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you want me? Am I not gonna go with them? I was just. Definitely some rope. Any climbing supplies. I'm not sure what the terrain really looks like.
there's some. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Sure.
friend.
Navigation tools.
Right,
Supplies.
well, we've got some of
'cause-
that. We can take that from the boat.
Trusty friend. The rope.
Always get some rope.
Oh,
Grappling hook.
Does that exist?
I'm not sure.
What about torches?
Yes,
We got
yeah, it does. I don't know what version, if it's really perfected. I don't know how many iterations of grappling hooks there were. It's not a very advanced design, really. I don't think.
I found a picture of the brothel guy.
It was the Romans who invented the grappling hook. Okay, well.
Shut up.
Minecraft.
The
You
guy
look
looked
like
a fridge.
Minecraft.
There's an
man.
Amadeus.
Well,
You fucking chonky.
Fucking chonk.
I like it.
He says, "Alright, rope, climbing gear, grappling
torches.
hook,
We're
torches.
gonna
We've got
try and-
torches."
Good.
If we're gonna try and be disguised, are we gonna be disguised? We don't want people thinking we're military going in.
Oh no, we want them to know we're military. That's how we're gonna get through all the barriers that we need to get through.
Okay.
We've got these. I mean, we've all got the papers. Just flash the paper. Don't let them read it too much. Just let them know we're official and they should get the
seal.
fuck out of our way.
Just look at the seal and
Yeah.
there you go.
We are the real deal.
All right. Sort of rolls up the list.
Shovel. Do we have explosives at this point in time?
I
We'd have
fucking
some.
doubt it. At least
The
not you
Greeks
guys.
did, but we're not the Greeks.
Yeah, you don't have. There's no fucking Greek.
Excuse me?
You don't have no
We're
Greek
the-
fire.
That's
Hey, you don't
nobody's
know that. We're the
business.
Eastern
In
Roman
fact,
Empire.
it literally says he consults with the investigators and adds anything within reason to the list. No catapults or Greek fire.
Damn.
That's
That's-
great.
You
That's-
son of a bitch.
That's in the line.
What do you think about getting a scorpion?
All right,
Not
so I'm
the
gonna go.
animal,
I'm
but-
gonna go get
Hey,
the
What
stuff
about
now.
a bucket
The
of scorpions?
Go get-
siege equipment.
I'm gonna go get the stuff now. You guys, I
It
don't
said
know.
no catapults.
don't know. Just hang out in town for a little while.
Get me a
course.
ballista.
If you want to get something to eat, I think there's a bathhouse in the area too. If you're feeling stinky.
Can we eat at that house?
Oh, I'll be back in should be a couple of hours, and then we'll set out.
You
Sorry,
can eat
Nick, do you
whatever
eat in your bath? Is that what you do? You take your food to the bath and you eat?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
want. What, you
Well,
don't?
I said you could get something to eat, and also there are some bathhouses in the area. We're not
Bring your-
connected.
You bring your food to the bath.
Suppose you could take some food to the bathhouse if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I put my food in the bath and just let it float there.
Devonius is gonna get some food.
Then I chomp it like I'm a shark.
I'm getting some fucking nummies.
You know what? It's been a while since I've taken a nice bath.
I'm gonna eat some bread.
Anybody
Make a
care?
sandwich.
I'm gonna eat
Throw it in the
some-
bathtub.
What, you want people to go to the bath with you? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's a
Hell
public
yeah, I'm going
It's
with
a
you. Fuck
public
off.
bath.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
It's
gonna
a
go
bo-
eat.
It's
and
boys'
then
night at the bathtub. Come
It's
on.
like, what time of day is it?
As you guys are walking through the town to your local things, let me roll a d6 here for comedy
What?
purposes.
Oh,
A
come
D6?
More like a
Not D.
That was really
Damonace!
Thanks, that was really epic of me.
Yeah.
As you're walking along, a soldier who has been stationed in the area approaches you and says, "Hey, another soldier! How's it going, man? What's your unit?"
Falcones.
Yeah, all right, man. That's cool. I heard about you guys. That's cool. What's going on? Why are you guys here?
good. Oh no.
Do we see this happening?
No, he walked off.
Okay.
I'm gonna just walk past him.
Rude.
Jesus.
As you walk past him, you hear him say, "Fucking elite scouts think they're too good for the rest of us." Just fucking.
Goddamn right we are.
You're goddamn right.
We're the best of the best, and don't you forget it. We're
Uh-huh.
invincible.
Emmerich.
I just wanted to
Yes.
get a fucking sandwich. I don't want you coming up in my face.
It specifically says the soldiers stationed in Kizikis are very bored and looking to have some conversation with some new people. Emmerich, a soldier approaches you and says, "Oh, you're a big fella there.
You're a big guy.
What's the
Fuck off! I was thinking it.
what's the happenings over in Constantinople right now?
Construction.
Construction. Yeah. Sounds about right. I'm gonna be heading that way soon. Get there for the commencement with my sweetie pie. We're gonna have a good time there.
I'm sure you will, my friend. I pat him on the back.
Hey, listen, man. I was just wondering. Is there something going on here? Because honestly, I could look to be trying to reassign to something else. I've been guarding this bar for the last couple of months, really, and nobody even goes to it. They don't do it. I don't know how they stay open. Look, man, I'm really looking for something interesting. At least just tell me something interesting.
You will have to see your commanding officer for that. I am not in. That's not my.
Listen, come on, man. I know we're just both rank and file, you and me. We're just, we're a bunch of cool guys. Me and my sweetie pie. We always go over to the other soldiers. We always get, the good talk, the good gossip. She loves gossip, my sweetie pie. So, is there anything you can tell me? Come on, just feed it into my ear. Me and you, we're brothers. We're brothers in arms.
All right, I get down real low to him and I say, "There's a chance that it might rain today." And I get back up and start walking again.
It's about fucking time. It's been dry as hell out here. Me and my sweetie pie. And he just walks up.
She's wet all the time, but everything else.
Wait a minute.
No!
She loves that gossip, gets it wet on over.
Fuck off.
Jesus
Christ.
It's like a snail.
Oh my god.
Like a snail crawl through there.
Alright, come on.
Just a lot of moisture, that, my sweetie pie.
It's like somebody just sneezed.
Shut up.
She walks along. I follow, pulled on a rope like I'm on a slip and slide.
Like I'm water skiing over here.
Oh my fucking Christ! It's only 9:30.
There's no way out.
It's like those kids. They got snot everywhere. And my sweetie pie, same thing. They really just woo.
It's just they call her Gusher, my sweetie pie, because she's fruity and delicious and she's very moist.
And you bite down and just.
It just goes everywhere.
Is your sweetie pie a pie?
When I go down there, I gotta wear goggles. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta put on one of those front row ponchos they got, the splash zone.
Please elaborate.
I put on a big rain slicker, a big hat. I put on my galoshes.
I still get soaked.
I still get soaked to the bone, they says. I'll tell you, there's a bone that's soaked, all right.
Alright, what the fuck are
I
we
got
doing?
pneumonia after one time because I forgot to dry off after.
Okay, we gotta stop.
That went on for way too long.
This is the peril of deciding in the moment to do a stupid voice.
Do I go for it or not?
There's always that dilemma as a DM where you are introducing an inconsequential NPC and a voice in the back of your head says, "Make it stupid. Make the fucking voice stupid.
Put on the silly hat.
Do some fucking dumb shit. Quick, do it now."
Put on the silly hat.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog ass beam. Shit.
Hey guys. Oh, I can't do a Kermit.
That's not what I said. I said the Kermit ass fucking meme. You know
hey
the
guys.
meme.
Where he
guys.
funny,
No, don't do a fucking.
green, you know.
It ain't
It's
easy
horrible.
being
Stop
green.
it.
Good.
That's a lot better. HK's doing it.
Hey guys, it's me, Kermit the
Always
Frog.
look on
Hey,
the bright
guys.
All right, I don't think any of us can do a
Kermit the
fucking
Frog. How's it going?
Always
Kermit the
look
Frog says
on
even
the
more. All right,
bright
let's move on.
side of life.
All right.
I feel like I lost
I get to the bathhouse.
What'd you
I
feel
I lost something during that entire conversation.
Your soul?
I don't know what.
A bit of your dignity.
A little bit.
And your mind.
Yeah.
after a slightly irritating but mostly chill few hours, Corvus returns and says, "All right, I've got rope, I've got climbing gear, I've got all sorts of stuff here. Mount up. Riding out should take us I think about 3 days to get to the outpost. We better get started."
So we all have mounts? Good.
Yes.
Do I actually have limited arrows? Should I actually keep track of that stuff?
Probably.
So I should have
I
asked
would
for it.
imagine that you do. Let me see here.
Because if so, I want to ask for more arrows. I didn't think about that.
Arrows. Let's take a look. See what you've got here.
Look at the arrows.
Let's take a look
I don't-
at the arrows.
Are you alright?
You've got 150 arrows.
Alright, I don't think I'll need more then.
Yeah, you're good.
Because I can reuse them.
They keep you well stocked here in the Fortes Falcones.
Do I also have 150
You do.
bolts? Epic.
Oh, don't do that, man.
That wasn't.
Oh, I thought I
That's
muted myself.
No,
sorry.
you didn't.
That's a sweetie boy.
That was a sweet. That's what my sweetie boy sounds like. When I go
No.
down there, all I hear is.
Please, God.
I'm really sorry. I really thought I muted myself.
Nope. I'm afraid not.
This is going to be an entire mini session of regrets.
Yep. You sure we can finish this in a session?
No. We spent too much time dicking around already.
We-
Goddamn right we did.
No, but it's more fun this way. It's not fun if you just charge right into the content.
True.
You gotta
You gotta
roll
keep
around.
aside
You gotta
things.
roll around
Yeah,
in the characters a little while so that you feel appropriately gutted when all of them are killed one day before
Yeah, but, like,
retirement.
Here's the
All this-
thing, like, I'm impatient, and I want... Give me that content. Give me...
Well, then scream
well-
louder.
Well, how about I
Yeah.
give you the fucking content? I'll give you content right
Stop
here.
it! Stop it! Stop raping me! Thank you.
Don't do that.
Thank you.
Supplied and mounted, you are led southeast into central
Who
Lydia.
mounted me?
Shut up. You travel for 3 days, passing through mountains and valleys, finding food and shelter each night in quaint agrarian villages. For the first 2 days, the trip is pleasant. However, this changes on the 3rd day.
Oh.
A steady light rain falls throughout the last day, 18 March. As you ride past, you can see the small smatterings of villages as you guys travel through. As you approach, they look scared and run into their buildings and shut the door or like peer through their windows and then duck away.
Have there been bandits in the area?
I don't know. Do you think we should stop and ask somebody?
Maybe. I mean,
As
that's not really our main mission, but might be related.
entirely possible. Maybe this cult is just bandits in the hills. We're pretty close to the outpost. As you guys are riding past, he sort of calls out and he says, excuse me there. Hello." And a villager who was rushing into his building says, "Go away! There is sickness in the east!" and slams the door.
Oh,
Sickness in the east. Oh, well.
Huh.
something. Looks like we're on the right track.
Somebody's cell phone is going off. I thought
Well,
I told you
won't.
guys to leave that at the capital. There's no time for leisure.
Did you turn off the location on your phone?
Oh,
Oh, come
damn
on.
it.
That's just a myth that people are listening, watching your every move. Come on.
Did you forget to turn off the metadata for your photos?
Electric eye in the sky, always there.
I want to take a selfie with this village of scared people that are scared of the plague.
Electronic old man.
Hashtag Jesus saves all.
Well, alright, let's just keep going, I suppose. We're not here to make things any worse. We're losing daylight as it is. Let's push on to the outpost.
The men at the fort should know.
Probably about 30 to 45 minutes later, you reach the Gillian outpost. Coming up over the distance, a dozen large tents set up outside of this relatively small wooden fort. These large tents are placed 50 yards from the outpost, and you can see a number of guards posted on the trail leading to them. As you approach, a rider rides up and says, "Hello there! What is your business here at the Gillian outpost?" And Corvus says, just reaches into a scroll he had already gotten ready and just holds it open so that he could see the big fancy Constantine seal, and says, "Tributus Commitis, Tillius Corvus, and the Fortes Falcones, we are here to investigate the issues that you have been having here at the outpost." And the guy says, "Oh, thank Jesus Christ! Come with me. I'll lead you to Longinus." He just sort of pulls his horse around and rides back until he says, "Well, at least they're happy to see us."
Of course.
As you arrive and hitch up your horses, you can see the outpost is a small military fort with a 10-foot tall stone wall topped with ramparts. Each corner of the outpost is guarded by a tower, and a gatehouse reinforces its only entrance. Within the walls, as you get in, there are a handful of buildings, a few barracks, offices, workshops, and storehouses. And you can see a number of soldiers within.
Whoa.
They don't look great. Those of whom you see look exhausted, overwhelmed, and demoralized. And, as you guys hitch your horses inside the gates and swing down off, one of the soldiers nearby says, Oh, thank goodness. How far behind is the rest of the relief force?" And Corvus sort of scratches his chin and says, 3 or 4 days at least. The rains up north washed out a couple of crossings. And then looks at you guys and says, "Don't push it."
Fucking.
And then he keeps following the soldier to the garrison commander. You find there Centenarius Curio Longinus inside the main building. A sturdy, stocky man of about 40 with dark bags under his eyes. And he sort of looks at you guys and says, "Oh, hello, Tributus Commitus. I recognize you from the front in Licinius." And Corvus says, "It's good to see you again, Curio. Well, men, take a seat." He sits down. Longinus says, "Oh, great. I gotta say, I'm a little confused. And he just sort of shuts the door in his office and he says, I recognize, you, of course, and, I've heard of you guys by reputation, the Fortes Falcones, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
That would be us.
Not that I'm not grateful to see you guys here, but why did they send elite scouts to render assistance instead of the men that I've been asking for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks? And Corvus says, the Magister Militum is awaiting our report on the proceedings in the area. I'm sorry, but we're all there is for now. And Longinus sort of sits down in a chair and says, oh, fuck. And Corvus says, but this is fine. Well, we've handled this sort of thing before, right, men?
All the time.
Yes. Everything's going to be just fine, Longinus. Don't worry. Just another cleanup operation for the Fortes Falcones.
In our hands, you will be fine.
We'll get through this without a scratch.
Without a scratch. That's what I always say. I mean, 20 years now.
Yeah.
And how many?
Close to retirement.
These men will retire.
Why, Corvus here? He's engaged now.
Yeah, we got. Yeah.
Same with
Hey.
Bellasir.
And dear
forget about
Bellasir
Bellasir.
here as well.
Yeah.
That's right. As soon as Yoda gets back,
Hey,
it'll
I have
be
women to go back to.
easy sailing. And with that bonus too.
Well, anyways, enough about our pay increases, which you can see is making the slump farther and farther into his chair.
We're gonna be rich.
Why don't you tell us what's going on, Longinus? And Longinus sort of like rubs his temples. He says, well, for months now, from the outer villages, we've been getting reports of a satanic cult. I'm sure the Magister told you about that. They're, apparently, from what the people are saying, they're robed zealots calling themselves the Flayed. They've been threatening the local villagers, they've been extorting supplies. I sent men to investigate it, but we didn't find any sign of them, and as soon as we left those villages, the ones that had asked for help were attacked. It was around the same time that a villager nearby in Syrince, he said his wife was bitten by a blood-sucking bat while she slept.
Light the fucking town already.
The fuck?
What happened?
She died soon after of a new and terrible illness, what the boys are calling the Valerian Plague. High fever, death, I don't know much about medicine. It looks rough. Well, now the villages of Syrince and Alcati completely depopulated. Gone. Wiped out. My scouts have been finding blood and corpses everywhere. Some of them were plague victims, but some of them have been flayed alive.
Barbaric.
And then the refugees started coming to the outposts, many of them sick with the plague, looking for protection. Now, of course, we have to try to protect them, but so many and in such number. The refugees from Calicoy, which is barely standing as far as I can tell, were telling wild stories about Satan worshippers and blood-sucking demons. Now, I don't buy it. Our physician, Abrax, has told me that one of the symptoms is heavy hallucination. But I sent a detachment to Calicoy, and they were ambushed. Most of them injured, some of them killed, some of them plague-stricken. And then yesterday, a 4-man patrol went missing entirely. I haven't let anybody outside the goddamn outpost since then. Apologize for my blasphemy. I just don't know what to do. And he looks at you guys and he says, I mean, whatever you think you can do, those tents outside, that's the plague camp. Calicoy, Serince, Alcati, they're to the yeah, they're somewhere. God damn it. It doesn't say. I'll make it up. They're to the east. I'm not sure what to do. Whatever you think you can do to help. Whatever information you need, I'm at your disposal. My physician Abrax at the plague camp, he's at your disposal. The villages... Whatever you think you can do to help. I am at my wit's end. And Corvus says, well, this is definitely a dire scenario, Longinus, and I'm sorry that this has been put on your shoulders. But the Fortes Falcones are here now. We're going to do the best we can to help you out, and hopefully soon we can send word to the Magister and get you some more reinforcements so we can clean this thing up post-haste. Alright? And Legend says, I certainly hope so. Whatever you need, you've got free reign of the camp. Just help me out. So don't worry. Men, I think we ought to get to work.
Yes, sir.
Alright. And he exits the building. As you guys head back out into the main area, Corvus turns and says, well, it sounds worse than I thought.
Very.
I don't think any bandits would be flaying people alive. So...
Maybe it's one of those...
Could it be the dogs again? Could they have gotten here?
No. We're far out of the dogs' jurisdiction.
That's an our problem kind of thing.
Who's east of the Roman Empire at this point? Is it Persia?
The Eastern dogs.
What'd you say?
What empire is east of Romans right now? Is it Persia?
Probably.
Maybe it's some Persian
I'll be right back.
bandits come to stir up trouble and raise a panic.
I don't know, we're a bit far from the border here. I'd have to be traveling pretty far inland. I don't know. Well...
Either way.
Well, what do you think would be our best first course of action, men? We've got the plague camp, we've got the villages, we've got a number of things to take care of.
I think the camp first. Speak to who's been dealing with this so far.
Right.
I think it's Parthians.
Alright. We all in agreement? Plague camp?
I mean, it is right here, so
Yeah. Alright, well,
makes sense.
well, be careful.
Yeah.
I
Don't
don't
catch
know.
anything.
Don't know quite how contagious it is. Alright, let's go.
I forget
Yeah.
how
Give me a second,
evolved
start-
medicine is at this point.
Who do we lose?
Madden. I don't know what.
Oh,
Oh, there
welcome
you
back.
go. What?
Alright.
Wait.
Welcome back
To the land of. Wait.
to the land of Syndroa.
Shut up.
Droa.
Whatever happened.
Well,
Alright,
Let's go.
so, he leads you towards the plague camp, a short distance from the outpost. A dozen tents, guarded by several legionaries. You can see that the tents are divided into two widely separated sections, a refugee camp and a hospital area. And you can see in the refugee camp, just sort of through the gaps in the tents, you can see what look like a large number of refugees. You'd estimate probably about 40.
Dang.
And you can see a number of them look a bit ill. In the largest tent, as you enter the largest tent with Corvus, you can see a tall, wiry man of 70 winters. Who
In the
is
summer in Florida.
he summers in Florida.
That's a reference for you.
Thanks for that gamer.
There's a game reference.
Dude.
Epic.
There's a reference to the fucking Dover Boys.
What?
Oh my god.
As you guys enter, Abrax looks up. He says, "Ah, hello there. You must be the Fortes Falcones."
That's who we are.
Yes,
Abrax?
yes, sir. We're here to assist in any way that we can. If you can tell us anything that you can about this plague, so that we can help, that would be ideal. And Abrax sort of sits down and says, "Oh, okay. Well, I suppose you've heard a bit about how rapidly it's rampaged. I don't know if this is a disease or if it's venom, because it appears to be transmitted by bites."
Oh,
Yes.
So- like dog bites.
No.
It's fine, Emmerich.
Rabies.
Not everything has to do with
It
dogs.
all comes back to rabid dogs.
Emmerich, you must relax. We are far from those
Lorenzo.
devils.
I
We're
saw
nowhere
him kill
near
a
the
kid.
construction sites
I saw him kill a kid. You don't understand.
What?
I did.
Oh,
Took
no.
a child out of a mother's arms.
Emmerich,
It was
it's
horrible.
okay. It's okay, Emmerich.
It's going to be all right, Emmerich.
Because he stopped it.
We're far from those creatures now. We would
If I
never.
had been that kid, I would have stopped it. I would have stopped it from happening.
Kill all dogs.
Fucking. This is gonna end with everybody dead and a crazed Emmerich swinging a local stray hound against a tree over and over and over again.
Poochie, no!
Abrax says, "The symptoms don't start for, well, a couple of days after the infection, and once they begin, they last for exactly 6 days, every time. Which strikes me as awfully strange. I've never known a disease or venom or anything to have such a strict timetable, as it were. Now, the early symptoms aren't anything I haven't seen before. I imagine you've seen things like this before in your time. High fever, weakness, fatigue, light sensitivity, some confusion. But as it progresses, debilitating pain, madness, hallucinations, and open skin lesions forming along the length of the spine. Once they get to that point, I just keep them sedated with milk of the poppy out of mercy. 4 in 10. That's the number I've been getting. 4 in 10 with Valyrian plague die. But if they survive past the 6th day, they recover. It's all very strange. Those skin lesions I mentioned along the spine, by the end of it, once they've died, they become almost a continuous open sore. It's difficult to handle the bodies. It's almost like somebody has cut a shirt up the back. I don't know whether the dead should be buried or burned or entombed. Burned bodies could, create an infectious smoke. Buried bodies could taint the soil. It's barbaric, but we've been putting them in a nearby ditch and covering them in an oiled sackcloth.
It's not the worst decision. You could stick them in a stone pit.
We don't have the resources for that at the moment. Hopefully, if we can get some help down here, we might be able to work out some better method of disposing of the bodies, but as it stands, we're utterly overwhelmed, and this is our best solution at the moment. There are, and you can see around him, there are a number of refugees and legionaries, some of them more ill than others. And he says, I don't believe you're at great danger of infection as long as you don't touch the patients. Stay away from any, if it looks like one of them might be ready to bite.
Is that a symptom? They start biting people?
They don't. The trouble is they become, rather mad by the end, and some of them start to lash out violently. If you believe it would be of use to you to speak to some of them, you may do so. And if you have any further questions of me, I will be tending to these men now.
Have there been any, bigger groups of people from certain villages?
Well, the majority of the ill that we've had come to us are from Calicoy, the village to the east. The other 2 villages nearby, Syrinci and Alcati, they were wiped out, I'm afraid, before we could render any aid. But the bulk appears to be from Calicoy.
Thought you said 4 in 10 died. Wiped out?
Yes, well, 4 in 10 of the refugees that I've been able to observe and treat. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
At Calicoy, it was a great many of them succumbed to the plague, and a great many others succumbed to whatever killers are hiding in these hills.
Yeah. But
well, if there's anything... Oh, uh-oh.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Found out. What are we talking about?
No,
I'm
I
back.
was saying that
Okay.
I don't.
So, Abrax essentially gives you free reign to speak to him or any of the refugees or injured, or ailing legionaries if you so choose.
Oh, we could speak to the legionaries at least. Maybe there are some there that were wounded from fighting the cultists.
Indeed.
Or alleged cultists. Maybe bandits.
The alleged cultists, that's what we'll call them from now on.
Let's just call them,
AGs.
ACs,
Oh yeah. I
the
don't know
Animal
where I got you
Crossings,
also, it seems...
from. Cultist.
the Attorney Generals.
Yes.
So you go up to a legionary who is just
Are
sort
there
of
any
lying
that-
there going...
One that's not doing as bad as the rest. Less developed.
Oh, are you guys from the capital?
Yes.
That would be us.
Oh, great. Well, I hope you can... Christ. I hope you can figure this out. Oh, God.
Don't worry. We will.
How did you find yourself infected, soldier?
I went out to Calicoy to check out what was going on, and well, we were set upon by ambushers. It happened so fast I can barely... All I know is I awoke among the dead. Many of my compatriots had crawled under the bodies to stay hidden. Oh, I had a bite mark on my side, and that had just spread from there.
Bite mark. You still have it?
Yeah, it's on my side.
Can you show us?
Pulls it up, and you can see what looks like... It looks like a pair of kind of two jagged holes.
With
Just-
my knowledge of the natural world,
Can you tell me what kind
Cannibal
of
bite?
animal? What kind of animal it might have come from?
Go for it.
Now let me see. It's my
96 out of 50.
That looks rough.
Ooh.
You're starting to get a little worried. Starting to get a little worried about the situation. You're thinking about Nana.
That's pretty bad. Oh, we get... It's in the
Certainly
report.
it's been no good. Very bad. Yeah.
It is a
What
negative
about-
situation.
What about you, Medicus? Does this look anything you've seen? It doesn't look human at all, does it?
No.
Oh.
It doesn't look like a bite mark from, like,
Just some human
people's
chompers.
teeth.
When did this happen again?
He
This
said
was-
at Calicoy after an ambush from
This
the
was
cultists.
about a week ago.
About a week ago.
No, that's not true. I read it wrong. It was 3 days ago.
That's how I was confused. I was like, why shouldn't it be
Well,
good then?
It was that the symptoms take a bit to start, but once it starts, it's 6 days from then.
Wait.
You got a
No, the
real
fucking-
bad memory there, soldier.
No, fucking. Hold on.
Yeah,
There's a
I mean, you
timeline
are-
here, but there's 2 different Calicoy ones. Which one is this?
There are 2 different timelines for
No, there's a
Calicoy.
timeline one, but
good
there's 2
time.
different parts that are talking about Calicoy. Which one is it?
We're all on different timelines if you really think about it.
It is the week.
Shut up.
It is the week one.
When did you start showing the symptoms?
About 3 days ago.
That's where that other date came
That
from.
makes sense.
It was the men from Calicoy began to show symptoms.
Yeah. Well,
May God be with you. I touch him.
did you?
Abrax says, "Oh, don't do that!"
Ah!
Yeah, he said not to do that. Don't.
I wipe my hand off on my pants and.
Everyone stay away from Emmerich.
I'm gonna go take a bath.
Don't ruin the waters for others.
I'm afraid we don't have a bathhouse in the outpost.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a good
Give me an
idea.
open flame. Give
Or
me an
a
open flame. real quick.
bath.
Jesus Christ be with you, Emmerich.
And you had to go a little this way for a minute. Over there.
I sort of sidestep away from Emmerich a bit. I'm like,
I run out to go find an open flame to stick my hand in real quick and then pull it out.
You take a point of damage.
Sweet.
clean?
His hand hurts a lot.
I have cleaned it with the fires of Christ. He has that. Don't question me.
Okay.
You burned the devil out of it.
Yes,
The devil hates fire.
he does.
Yeah.
Why do you think they punished him and sent him down there? Dumbass. Come on, read the Bible.
We can't. It's illegal.
Read the
Yeah, come on,
Holy
man.
Bible, why don't
We
you?
can't read the Bible. Only ordained.
Praise be
priests
to
can.
Jimmy.
Praise be to Jimmy.
You know what you could do with your money, Emmerich? You could hire a priest to read the Bible to you.
I would enjoy this greatly.
That's what you
Because
could do
I
with
am
your
a
money.
holy man and I like Jesus. That's just why I would love this.
Why are you making fun of me?
You can build a church. Set up a little orphanage for Jesus.
The legionary says, I
Sorry,
think
got a bit sidetracked.
they're a superstitious lot, but I think some of the villagers might have more information. I just sort of wandered out there and got caught in the shit, so to speak.
Yep.
No.
Did he tell us how they looked like?
No, he said
Yeah, did
it
you-
happened fast enough that he
It just
wasn't
happened
sure
so
what
fast.
happened.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got ambushed.
Yeah, okay.
Are there any
I
other of
figured
your
that.
outfit here?
None doing quite as well, I'm afraid. Oh, Marinus is over there. He hasn't been awake in 2 days. They sedated him to stop the screaming.
That's no good. Well, thank you for your time. God be with you.
Hopefully I have plenty of it left.
You'll make it. You'll make it.
You got pretty good odds to survive. 60%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey,
By the way, why is it called the Valyrian Plague?
I don't know.
Go ask Adrax.
Aaron.
Why are they calling it the Valyrian Plague?
Aaron.
Emperor Valerian died like 100 years ago or something. That's what I got from my Google search.
It might be using it in the context to the plant.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Why would you just name it after a plant?
That's what he tells you.
Do they think it relates to the plant somehow?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't actually tell me why it's called the Valyrian Plague. I'm looking for it.
Okay.
I don't see it.
That's very interesting.
I think it's just the name. Just roll with it. I'm sorry.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Weird.
I don't know.
What'll they think of next?
So you guys can talk to the. I mean, there are some more legionaries, but most of them were worse than that guy. And there's also some villagers as well.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Fucking novelist over here.
It's very important.
Let's see
Oh,
if
look
it is.
at this.
I will
Big
judge.
shot. Knows how to write.
I don't know. How do you spell calicoi? I'm just writing it like calico and putting a Y on the end.
I feel you.
It's like that.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's Greek. Fair. Fucking Greeks. Whatever.
Stupid Kate.
Look at me. I speak the Latin, but soon I'll be a Greek little boy. Fucking. Alright. Well, shit. What were the other two villages they said were wiped out? Because I think we'll want to go there.
That is. Here, I'll write them down.
And I guess general locations of them?
Those two.
Like, are they within writing distance of each other?
Let me check the fucking thing. There's a map around here fucking somewhere. Here, is this it? There it is. It's actually on the way. You have to, because of the sort of mountainous, hilly terrain in the area. The trail that leads from the outpost to Calicoi goes straight through Surinsei and Alcati.
Oh.
So,
That's weird.
Unless you wanted to ride over the hills themselves, which some of which, especially the one most nearest, is like up to 1,000 feet of elevation at its highest. It's you're probably gonna wanna.
Okay. That's odd. They wiped out the villages closer than. Is it?
Well, those are you don't know which ones were wiped out when. All they know is that the refugees arrived at a certain point, and the other ones were already wiped out when they investigated them.
I was gonna ask Ajax, like, when did he say when the refugees started coming here, and like when they thought that first started, or when people started getting sick, like a week ago, 2 weeks, a month. The main guy said he was asking for help for weeks and weeks. It took us like half a week to get here, so that's weird.
Yeah, it's been let's see here. It's been 3 weeks since it started. It's been 4 weeks since it started. So it's been about a month. And the refugees arrived around the same time that they realized Surinsei and Alcati were depopulated.
When did they think that? Sorry.
All they know is that about around that time, the refugees arrived around the same time as Surinsei and Alcati being depopulated. They don't know when it started because they found out about it after it had already devastated places.
Oh, okay. So the villages were found to be wiped out 4 weeks ago, and that's when they're like, oh, there's a plague.
Yeah. And the refugees have been here for around that long.
Okay.
The fuck was that?
Don't worry about it.
Well, the other soldier, he doesn't have any info because he's in a coma and dying. Were we given a timetable to resolve this?
You weren't, but you imagined that they want it done ASAP, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just go chill in
The fact that we're
Middle
giving it
East
for a month, guys.
No, they want us to give us our 100%.
There are also the villagers as well, and you know, the other stuff that you can do.
Yeah. Never heard of it. I leave. No.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
I go to one of the less crippled and more sane-looking villagers.
Okay, so for the villagers, there is a lot of information that they've given me, and not all of it is accurate, which is fun. So what I need...
What do you mean accurate?
What I need is whoever wants to spearhead the I'm going to talk to multiple different villagers who are weird and superstitious, whoever wants to spearhead that mission to make a persuasion roll of some kind, and I will give you information, and you can try to determine whether or not it's true or not, depending on how good your roll was.
Who's got good charm and insight?
That would be
I
Triad.
have insight and persuasion.
You're the intelligent man. Go for it.
Go, bud.
And hopefully you don't get bit.
Don't
I
get bit.
hope they're gonna attack me as we're talking. No.
You're just like, so how's everything? And they just, you're like,
You're gonna die.
Use me.
Like,
I'm not into
you
that.
just bite me?
It's not. I'm into more pure vanilla.
Shut up.
Glomps you.
Why you always gotta make it weird? It's like a running theme with you.
Rawr.
Rar
That's
glomps
dinosaur
you.
for I love you.
Kill me.
Die!
So did you do the thing?
Yeah, sure. Here, do you want me to? Wait, you want me to roll?
Go
both or
interrogate
just
those
persuasion?
commoners. What?
Oh yeah, persuasion.
Okay, because I know you want me to like see through, but I don't know. If, like,
Well,
do I have to do that manually, or is it we're just doing insight?
There's insight.
Yeah.
Oh, you. No, I see what you.
I was just asking if you wanted to. See
No,
it.
let's do the persuasion first. Yeah.
Okay. I got extreme.
Extreme. Okay, well you're going to get all of the information that I have then.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Good job, old man.
Thank you.
Now get ready. Get your fucking pen out. Because I'm about to
use a pen. I have a keyboard.
I'm about to list a lot of shit. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready.
Wait, hold on, I'm not ready.
Wait,
hold on, I gotta put my stuff. I gotta get my hands ready.
You learn the following information from a large number of refugees, some of whom are more coherent than others, some of whom seem more credible than others, some of whom are barely hanging on. A lot of different info, and these are the things you learn.
These are their stories.
Dun dun dun.
It is a horrible way to die.
Yes.
The plague, they say, is caused by the bites of bats, ghosts, and lunatics. They say it is a new form of rabies. They say it is spread by a cult who call themselves the Flayed. They say it is a punishment from God and a sign of a coming apocalypse. They say those who survive the plague lose their souls in the process and are now cursed. They say the Flayed are lunatics who mutilate themselves as a sign of devotion to Satan. They say most of them are escaped Gothic slaves who fled into the mountains. They say they are heretics, murderers, warlocks, and witches granted dark powers by making pacts with unholy forces. They say that they demanded food from the villages, threatened to ruin crops, spread disease. They say the cult controls the bat that spreads the Valyrian plague. They say that the Flayed have a hidden temple somewhere in the mountains. They say that members of the provincial government are secret members of the Flayed. They say that the Flayed drink the blood and eat the flesh of human beings as a perversion of the Last Supper. They say that the plague was started by a demonic bat, a huge, eyeless, wide-mouthed fiend that escaped from the fires of hell to feed on the blood of the living by night. They say that strange ghosts, like living burial shrouds, come slithering out of the darkness to drink blood. They say that blood-drinking madmen roam the mountains by night. They say that these creatures are neither demon nor madmen, but the risen dead. You see, some of them contradict each other, it's fun. They say that these monsters serve the Flayed. They say that the bite of these creatures causes the Valyrian plague. They say that these creatures shun the light and are only seen under sunless skies. And they say these creatures can be warded off by displaying the Chiro and reciting the Lord's Prayer. That's all the information you get.
Wow.
You may see now why I delivered it like this, because there is a huge amount of information, and not all of it is accurate, and I didn't know how better to do it.
That's what I got from it.
Christ.
Better keep your shield held up then.
I like the members from government or secret. That's good.
They're fucking lizard men.
I like that one a
A lot of them.
It's
A lot of lizard men. Lot of lizards.
Obama.
Tillius pulls off his face, he's a bat.
Oh,
Tilly,
Roll your
come
insight
on.
quickly.
Yeah, roll your insight.
Alright, here we go, boys.
Now question literally all of them all at once.
No, just roll.
internally.
Just roll it.
I got a normal.
They 100% believe everything that they're saying, each and every one.
I mean,
Okay.
that's to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Alright.
you say something without believing yourself, then like, who else is gonna believe it? I sure as shit ain't.
I will.
Aw.
All we gotta do is
The lie worked because I believed it.
I induced hypnagogia.
Don't use big words on me, motherfucker.
That's not a word.
I induced hypnosis
No, it is.
on myself.
Hypnagogia is, not gosia.
Really?
Hypnagogic hallucinations are.
Gosia.
Or is it gobia?
Did anybody get that one line I missed
Yu-Gi-Oh.
what
entirely?
line?
I wrote it in no DM.
What's that?
What? Look.
I see
Look with
it.
your eyes.
I'm
Did
looking
anybody
at
get
it.
that
Oh,
line
it was,
that
I think it was just the Risen Dead.
That they're the risen dead?
Yeah, I think it's.
They are neither something nor other. They are the
What?
risen dead. They are the risen dead.
Okay. Well, they said that earlier with the ghosts from the burial shrines.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else took it. That's mine.
What do
No,
you-
that's
what
pretty
do I
much,
look like?
that's pretty much what I did.
That's my contribution.
You did
done.
good.
Yes, I had my own little notepad, alright?
No, you didn't.
I know, but this is a part where I actually had to. I give me the handout now, Nick.
No, I can't. because it says next to each of them whether they're true or not. And I can't.
Damn. Just cut that part out.
I can't.
Wait, are you
It's too
saying-
much.
You saying they lied? Hold on, I'm rolling insight.
That's exactly what he said.
I didn't say that they lied. Some of them may be wrong.
I need insight to know that they're wrong.
I think everyone's position is valid.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Who's got the? What do we
they're
got?
wrong.
I'm gay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
All right, boys, let's go through this list.
What do you think about that last line? Fuck.
Emmerich.
Emmerich. Yeah.
Hey, the least we can do is try it out.
No, wait, hang on. Do I have anything that, like...
You have the Chiro on your
I don't
shield.
have a fucking, like, Christianity skill. It's not a skill. So I don't know how
you don't have a
I can be
Cheeto?
like...
You have a Chiro on your
Dude, but
shield.
that's not what I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure that
Listen to
Emmerich
what I'm asking.
has the Lord's Prayer memorized perfectly.
Memorized.
But does Nick have the Lord's Prayer memorized?
I think I do, but
Luckily,
Do it. Do it now. Do it now.
Google has
Do it right now.
stop it.
No,
What do you
Nick,
mean
Nick,
the
no,
Lord-
everybody
Nick,
shut the
come on,
fuck
come
up.
on, come on.
Everybody
I'm
shut
not
the
doing
fuck
it,
up.
no,
Nick,
no,
do
no,
the
no,
Lord's
no,
Prayer.
I'm
Nick,
not doing
Do the
Nick,
roar.
you're doing the Lord's Prayer right now.
Do the roar.
I'm not doing the Lord's Prayer. Fuck you. I don't know it off the top of my head.
I
You
Like,
do. I will kill you if you don't do it.
I didn't know there was
I'm
a
Googling it right now.
singular-
Fuck you.
No, you aren't. Don't Google it. I'll
I'm
know if
trying
you
to get
Googled it.
There's a singular Lord's Prayer?
Get us this.
Yes.
Or get us
Let's
on
get this
board.
bread. That's what.
This daily bread.
He said. Let's get this bread on.
Let's get this bread.
The Lord's Prayer is just like jumping back and forth while making the making it rain motion and saying, "Gotta get that bread. Gotta get that bread.
And
Gotta get that
and,
bread."
Gotta get
And
that.
on the third day, he said, "When's mom?"
He said, "Let's get this
When's
bread." Amen.
Marvel? When's Marvel?
I've been asleep long enough.
When's Marvel?
You know, I wouldn't have been able to like fucking remember this off the top of my head. I knew how it began, I knew how it ended.
I went to Sunday school.
I did for a little bit too, but then I
Also,
stopped.
Fuck.
I could recite part of it
Our
probably.
Lord who art in heaven.
No, you
hallowed
already
be
fucked
thy
it up.
I don't
You fucked it
care.
up instantly.
What did you
Fuck you,
mean?
buddy.
No, he was doing fine.
No,
Go
you got
again.
the first line wrong.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said, "Our Lord." It starts with "Our Father." God damn it.
No, motherfucker.
Our
I've heard
Father
both
who art
versions.
in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy
Kingdom
name.
come.
Nope.
Thy will be done
Yeah.
on earth as it is in heaven.
No, I have heard the version.
Well,
that
you're
he's-
mistaken.
Hey,
Hey, buddy.
are you telling me the South is wrong? Is that what you're saying? Is that what
Yes.
you're telling me?
Yeah.
Has the South ever been right? Is the
Yeah.
real question.
What the hell?
Hey guys, we've been to the south.
I
Okay,
did
we already know how it is.
Right?
Listen, what our two listeners want to hear is gripping discussion of the differences between Christian theologies.
Yeah.
Who else has good insight? Can we have a second one?
No.
And call it good at that.
You want a
Okay.
second
Also,
opinion?
you incited
Yeah.
you incited good. The insight was they all believe it. That's what insight does.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you
who's-
have to roll something different for that, which I don't think we have a skill for. Because
There's no skill that lets you discern somebody mistaken from somebody correct. Other
I
than
don't know what their deception
knowledge.
was. I don't know if they're actively trying to deceive us.
Yeah, they might be
Is
trying to
there actually
sabotage
a
us.
plant?
Yeah.
well, you
But they
you
think-
you got that they all appear to believe themselves.
Interesting.
That's because
So,
they're crazy.
yeah, get that prayer memorized, Nick.
You gotta
Fucking
get ready.
God.
You gotta get ready, because whenever we start fighting them, we gotta use it.
Just write it on the inside of your shield.
Just read it off. Hey, give me a sec.
Like,
shit.
hold on, here's
Oh
my
wait, the Sharpie's coming off. Hang on, give me a
What's my-
sec.
What's my line?
Line!
Bye.
Fucking slam the desk.
To the line, Emmerich.
Fuck you guys, stupid.
Yeah.
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 Woo. All right,
Classic
well,
Emmerich, or the these, I guess.
I mean, there's definitely a chance that they have a hidden temple in the mountains. I like that one.
Gotta feel
I-
it. If they're,
But
if
I
there's
don't
a
know how
cloak or
we
hat,
would
they have to
possibly
have-
find a hidden temple in the mountains unless we can track them from the village.
You know, like
So,
out of
and
character.
Stake
Out
out.
of character, I feel like this shield thing's not gonna work, and then I'm gonna die when I hold it up, and it's like, oh wait, it's not working.
well,
Who
it's
could've
a
foreseen
shield,
this?
so it's gonna work.
Yeah, but it's not gonna stop the fucking monster fucking beating the shit out of me.
It'll block some damage.
But then it beats the shit out of me.
Well, too bad. You're a swordsman. Use it. Fucking dumbass. Like, what else
Power
are
of
you
Christ
gonna
should
do?
be able to help me though.
Don't get bit, boys. Kinda suck.
Yeah, but you believe in baby Roman Jesus, like Roman.
No. You don't understand. He evolves. He gets bigger. He moves around.
Emmerich
He
is
knows
Lutheran.
strength. Jesus learned strength, and he's able to push boulders out of his way so he can continue on his fucking path. Like I don't understand how you're misinterpreting this.
What's Jesus' moveset?
Jesus has a lot of command grabs.
Oh.
Oh Jesus.
So we've investigated. Who else is left to talk to?
So we talked to the villagers. We talked to.
We talked to the villagers. Did we talk to the wounded villagers? Or the protected villager?
You could talk to some more of the wounded villagers, yeah.
Okay. Can we talk to more of the sane wounded villagers?
Yes.
Or the non-looking like they're gonna bite Senilus? Because he's the
Sure.
one talking to them, not me.
Looking like they're about
All right,
to give-
Senilus, you feel ballsy?
You're looking like a...
You feel like you got huge nuts?
They're gonna take a bite out of them nuts.
He's
Boy,
old. They're gonna hang real low.
You're feeling like biggest dickus.
He's feeling like longest balls.
Long tangled ball.
No, stop.
I don't know why you typed that. Like I just saw that and people were laughing. I'm like, why? What happened?
Someone had a long tangled something else.
Newts. Newts.
Newt.
So,
So you're
Scientific.
going back to talk to
Great.
the sick refugees?
well, did we talk to any sick refugees at all?
You talked to mostly the conscious ones, which is why you got. I mean, there are sick ones who aren't
Non-infant.
conscious. You know what I mean? You talked to most of the non-ill ones, which is why you were able to get so much information.
Oh yeah. So Neelis, you're the interrogator intelligence man. You want to go talk to the wounded civilians,
Of course.
peasants? I don't know
Many-
what we call them at this day and age.
It's always good to gather more intelligence.
Plebeians, yes.
Don't call them that.
Plebes.
We're citizens.
We're here to help them. That's rude.
What? Is it? It's a class. It's a construct. Don't worry about it. It's not that bad. They could be slaves.
Yeah, they could always be slaves.
They pretty much are, but
Yeah, but don't say that. That'd be rude.
I'm not the one talking. It's you. Go.
Hello.
Old Galerius Evotus, this is why they made you Falcones Intelligence.
Oh,
That doesn't have high charisma, okay?
So you head back into the plague tent and make your way over to the
Medicus. Can
ill
you tell us
refugees.
Can you tell us which one don't look so bad?
I guess the answer is
No.
No, you can't.
Okay. Who's? I don't
That's a
have medicine. Whatever.
That's a
Oh.
shame.
Just crapshoot it.
So you head over there. As you're walking over there, you see a younger man nearby, looking really, really horrible.
Ooh.
Just like just starts fucking shrieking.
Let's back away from him right now.
And,
okay, backing up.
As Abrax rushes over to give him some milk of the poppy, the victim flails, knocking the narcotic out of his hand and knocking the old doctor to the ground.
Oh no, his hip.
The victim with gray skin and bloodshot eyes, lunges out of bed and grabs onto Galerius with an insane grip.
Oh.
And he says, "Please, Father, help me! Forgive me for my sins!"
I pull out my sword and say that
Don't
I
let
will
them
be
take
happy
me!
to oblige. I go to attack him.
Well, those guys.
Actually, wait. No, why don't we just restrain him?
How about we just give him a nice little knockout?
You can make a strength roll to pull away from him.
Yes, I would love to do that.
Don't let them take me! I can hear them!
I failed that.
I have
Can I get my
man-
shield out and then
I
like
say
run up
I
to him
have-
and pin him down?
I have my mandibulista ready in case he causes a big thing.
You run up and like try to hit him with your shield?
No, I like have my shield and like I'm fucking bigger than this motherfucker. Like, he
Okay,
can't-
so go over and with your shield try to
I'm gonna pin him.
make a strength roll to try to force him to the ground off of him as he's just sort of grabbing and clasping at Galerius' armor, begging.
Right, that is a fucking hell yeah! It's 14. 85.
You force him away from from Galerius. As it happens, there is a ripping sound like tearing fabric as the patient's skin splits along the spine and completely pulls away from their body. Galerius, the force of this knocks you backwards and you fall back, the sloughed off skin falling onto you like a blanket. The skinned victim crumples to the ground, twitching and vomiting black bile, shaking, and then stopping. Other patients are just sort of quietly weep and start praying. I need everybody in the tent to make a sanity roll.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
I didn't like that.
You got skin on you, bud. Give me some skin.
Oh wait,
That's
I'm
too
not
much skin.
Garden.
Yay.
I
I epically failed too.
I pass. I did it.
Me and you, we both failed. Yay.
Epically.
Okay, so those of you who succeeded take 1 sanity. Those of you who failed take 3.
Ouch.
Oh.
So needless, you might want to get that skin off you. That's not good for your health, I'm sure.
Oh, no. Get it off me.
Abrax hurries over and says, "My God!" He like staggers to his feet. I'm so sorry. Like I said, they can become aggressive.
Are you alright, Abrax? You took quite a tumble there.
I've had worse. I'm alright.
Did they randomly become aggressive like that?
It can happen suddenly. I haven't seen an attack quite so vicious before. He really had a grip on you.
Yeah.
And he starts to roll him up.
I'm a weak man.
He starts to wrap him in a sheet. And he says, I hate to impose upon you, but could 2 of you perhaps carry this body to the burial pit? I would do it myself, but I'm afraid and he holds up his 70-year-old arms.
Alright.
Got
You
all
really got, like,
to the
a
The 2
Bring
strongest men go over there and bring him.
I'm gonna put on my non-existent latex rubber gloves and I'm going to move this corpse.
I imagine that a number of you probably have, like, gloves of some kind.
Hey, don't forget the
just
skin
not
too. Bring
medical.
skin with
Yeah.
you.
Not medical gloves, but at least something to, cover your hands. And he wrapped the body in a sheet.
Should we
Wrap it in
try
its own
to,
skin.
Let's go
Clean
chuck
Lydia's
this
up.
boy in a pit.
Yeah.
He did kind of get a bit of a skin bath.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll if any of you would like to help me, I'm going to try to clean up this this disaster here.
This ass disaster.
So who's volunteering to carry the body?
Me.
Medicus.
All right, Emmerich and Asinius.
I can help clean up.
Alright.
Senilus, you want to go try and talk to somebody not so grabby?
I'd love that.
Alright.
Is Yum okay? Did he get any? I mean, the skin fell on him, right?
Yes. That's probably not a good thing. But hey, we'll resolve it within a week.
At least it wasn't a bite, I guess. But
Well, it's also the contact is
not so
unrecommended.
You might want to take a few measures. Maybe
Alright, I don't got
scrub violently.
They don't have a bath.
Well, even with a dry fucking something,
Yeah.
you know?
Take a rock, so I scrub it on myself.
Find some cloth or something.
Galerius staggers out of the tent. I need a rock!
Well, you guys will do this.
Where's a whetstone when you need one?
Sorry, only dry stones here.
Damn it! Galerius says, God damn it, I'm doomed! And then his skin flies off.
This ain't like home at all.
Immediately he just gets so angry. He
Oh,
just
look at it.
pops off.
It's so majestic, flying off into the night.
Just give me a day, I'll shed new
HK
skin.
really liked that one.
I really like that one.
I don't know why.
I think HK
Have you been drinking?
has done a few things this evening.
Oh god.
You done dude it.
Don't worry, boys. I'll just shed some new skin, that's all.
Alright, so Asinius and Emmerich, you guys lift up the body, and it is not terribly heavy. He was pretty wasted away in his final moments, and it barely feels like carrying a person. But it is a bit of a walk. You walk approximately 200 yards from the emergency camp to the dump, the body ditch.
The body pit.
The body pit.
Yeah, put him in there.
And you can see, as you guys bring this body closer, you can see a number of corpses in this pit. You can not make them out super well, as they are stacked atop one another under the large, weighted, oiled sackcloth. It's hard to determine exactly how many bodies there are, but it looks like upwards of 30. And you can see here and there glints of what look like legionary armor. It seems like a few of these people were just placed in there. Legionaries just put in their gear. As you guys get closer, spot hidden's a thing you guys have, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have one of those.
Yeah, alright. My spot hidden isn't... Wait, do we?
How many?
No, we
do you
don't.
want us to roll?
I don't have a spot hidden.
It's just them. They're the ones carrying the corpses.
Oh yeah.
Corpse.
You have your natural spot hidden.
What was the natural spot hidden again?
20?
Alright.
Oh, let me check. 25.
25, okay. I got an 18.
That is a normal.
I also got a normal.
Well, alright. Both of you guys notice a number of unnatural things about this corpse pile. I mean, already it's a pretty unpleasant sight.
I'd
But-
say we could start with it's a corpse file.
Yeah. There is no... First of all, you didn't need to roll for this, but there is no scent of decay whatsoever from these corpses. And you see there are no flies on the bodies. There are no signs that any natural scavengers have approached this area. You can see
That's
underneath
great.
the sackcloth a number of... most of them remain clothed. many of them remain clothed, but all of them are completely skinless, even the ones who are fully dressed. And the neat pile looks partially disturbed, like it's shifted out of place in several locations. For this unnatural...
God damn it. You're fucking killing me.
Unnatural sight. You know what to do.
Fucking die.
No, it's not so bad.
I got an extreme.
I failed.
Well, hilariously, because of what I rolled, both of you take exactly the same amount of sandage damage. 1.
Beautiful.
Way.
Don't get scared.
Too late, too shitted and farted.
Hey, 69.
Hey.
Yes!
Yog,
Yag Sarat.
So, you guys have the body.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, see you in hell.
Fuck the door.
You just huck it in there
Yeet!
on top of the sackcloth. Just whoop.
Wait, we're supposed to. Oh well.
Wait,
It's a good
were
thing
we
that
supposed to do something?
Don't put it on the cloth.
the medic has decided to hurl it on top of the sackcloth.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm just following along what he's doing.
Our Father who art in heaven,
I feel like common sense.
it's your problem now.
This ain't my job.
This is a good doctor, ladies and gentlemen.
How long has he been our doctor or medic? Like
20 years.
there's a
Yeah.
that explains
Are
a
you
lot.
sure we
See,
have
here's the
done-
thing. I'm your doctor and you're alive.
That's a
He
miracle.
ain't.
Make a listen roll.
Mhm. It's a 72, and yeah, that's a failure, bud.
This is also a failure.
Yeah, that would have been a success for Dick. I was just pointing that out.
Okay. All right.
I can investigate the disturbed body pile, fellas.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm gonna go over there and look at it.
Okay. You wanna get closer and take a look?
Yeah, I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, sure.
Might be
alright.
a scavenger in there. Or,
Emmerich gets closer, sort of kneels down to get a closer look. Take a spot hidden.
Speed hidden.
A spot hidden. A spot hidden.
That's 25.
Is that a success?
That's a right on the fucking money, like a normal. Yeah.
You notice a couple of things. First of all, from within the ditch, you can see what looks like a faint, scattered trail, sort of winding up out of the pit and off into the distance, around a hill. You also see, just for a moment, as you're looking close, one of the bodies shift a tiny bit.
Hey, that thing fucking moved.
Poke it with a stick.
I look for a stick nearby.
You have a spear!
No, he
Yo,
has a
this
sword.
is my spear.
Do you have a spear too?
Yes. I have, what is it? Throwing spears. 3 of them, in fact.
The nearest stick is your spear.
I used one of my throwing spears to poke it.
Alright.
Demon, get out! Be gone!
God!
Power of
Fuck!
Christ compels you.
The power of Christ impales you.
You hear what sounds like this sort of like weird, like strange noise, and the bodies shift slightly more.
Hey, it's moving more now. Doctor!
Stab it till it stops moving.
Alright, I talked to it. I said, are you alive? Respond or I'm gonna stab the shit out of you.
It doesn't respond.
I start stabbing it.
Damn.
Okay. As
The doctor said, doctor. Hey, doctor orders. Doctor's orders.
My official diagnosis is it's cursed.
Oh, it's a good diagnosis.
my official
doctor. I stab
diagnosis is fuck this.
He's probably
Kill.
like Jesus anyways.
it. He probably doesn't even like Jesus. I bet he's never been to church, this motherfucker.
Probably helped kill Jesus.
I bet he's the one who fucking put him up on that cross in the first place.
It wasn't the Romans at all. It
It was this fucking guy here.
It was just moving flesh.
You fuck.
Fucking dumb thing.
It was just a bloodletting ceremony gone wrong.
Gotta get all them bad juju out.
Hold on, I gotta read this.
if the
I
if the
can't wait
soldiers
to have
start-
some fucking constrict, like some fucking snake emerge.
You see
of,
something-
Like, plague snake.
You see something moving quickly emerge from underneath. You hear this sort of like as slithering from beneath the bodies, and then slithering again, and then another, and then another. What look like animate, leathery sacks of skin slithering around like an octopus on land. And one of them lurches up, and you can see this flapping mass of flesh lurching towards you, staggering like a marionette.
Oh, doctor!
And that's where we'll pick up next week, folks. Because I gotta go to work. That's
Oh my god.
We didn't get very far.
Oh boy, it's been a while.
I like to imagine the last scene is just you looking at the doctor, and the doctor has a throwing spear, just like.
Beautiful.
You look back, doctor.
The next is him like looking up from his poking, seeing these flesh beasts coming at him. Doctor looks up. He's alone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I this is actually probably gonna take a little while because I forgot how long the preamble was supposed to take. So, yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to upload this one because I gotta change a couple of things because I can't just put it up exactly the same. That would be disingenuous, you know.
You need to find real pictures.
I gotta make it fun and Romany.
You gotta steal more Shutterstock
I gotta steal more Shutterstock stuff. So next week I'll play this. Next week we'll begin with me pressing this music button that says Roman Battle. That's Call of Constantine, folks. Until fucking next time.